one. Oh, they was like,
I got some questions. I got some questions. And I'm looking for the chat to help me get some answers. I got some questions. And I'm looking for the chat to help me with some of these answers. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to come in because I know there's a commercial playing. Got some questions. Got some questions. And they are a doozy. I'm going to start with my questions first. And as you guys join in, y'all can either answer them or ask them because it's a lot of things. I mean, I do want to know. I'm in a conflict. Alien blood. Oh, you're perfect. You're so on time. This is going to be an hour that I want to talk to you guys because I've been online. I have been looking at some of the news and I'm like, what is going on? I just can't even make a concept of what's going on. The first thing I wanted to talk about is, did anybody hear about the asteroid? Let me say welcome first. I just want to jump right into it because it's been on my mind. And I've been watching, got my telescope, trying to put it together because I'm trying to see what's going on. My sky looks so strange. The sky looks strange. Ain't that something? The sky is looking strange. So I wanted to talk about the asteroid. NASA and a couple of other space countries, but I ain't gonna say continent, countries. They looking into landing on an astronaut that's coming towards us. It's coming towards us. So I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? You want to land on an astronaut, land on an asteroid that you think is coming towards us? Why land? Blow it up. I'm just being for real. Why land? Blow it up. Especially if it may hit us. Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you? Did you hear about the asteroid? And I wanted to talk about how they going to Mars. They actually got people in training right now to go to Mars. So Elon Musk, he bet not F it up. Make it simple, he bet not F it up. Because we all know that it's all in our atmosphere anyway. So different layers. We already talked about different layers. Okay, so I want to know what the HELL that they spent $740 quadrillion on. I can't make this up. What did they say? Yo, they are misusing our tax money for everything except for the people. For everything except for the people. And I say this because I believe it. I believe it. Why is there still so much hunger going on? Why is there so much fighting going on? Why is there so much crime against each other going on? What is going on? I got questions. Anybody got any answers? If you want to join me, I'm gonna make this early because this is gonna be a quickie. Because I need these answers so I can take a nap and go to sleep maybe. I need these answers. $740 quadrillion on what? That's what I want to know. On what? Spaceships? Yes. They want to build a spaceship. I got some pictures. They want to build a spaceship that is just going to sit in our atmosphere. However far up they want to send it, they say it's going to be above the earth. Yeah, it will be above the earth, because if you're not on the land, you're above the earth. If you're in an airplane, you're above the earth. If you're in a high-rise train, you're above the earth. Yeah, I mean, I probably would feel more comfortable sleeping after I get the answer, because it's bothering me. It's been bothering me since I saw it. It's been bothering me. Okay, and I mean, I'm like, another thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to get in depth with it because it's sometimes a lot of fighting starts over religion. But I have a question for that too. People that join the churches, what are you joining the churches for? You paying somebody to read to you out of the Bible? But the question really should be is, when did you have your first concept of God? Or who told you the concept of God? Not to believe in him, but who told you the concept? Where did the concept come from? Man, I tell you, I don't know. I just don't know. A lot of these questions getting on my they on my cranium. They on my cranium. They are on my cranium. They join because most people, they are just lonely. That could be a good possibility. That could be a good possibility that they're lonely. You know, I mean, they want to go out and talk to people or be nosy. Because when they go out and talk to people, they want to get into everybody's business. You feel me? And mind everybody's business. And sister over there looking at you like you crazy. Sister over there looking at you like you crazy. And brother over there trying to undress you. So, yeah, it could be. Could be. So, another question that I have. Hey 5.0, please be nice today. Thank you. Thank you and please. Resources. Why are we having such a hard time getting our own resources? And the resources like in food, gas. Everybody know gas is extremely high. Everybody know gas done went astronomical already. We all know that. I mean, gas in my state right now. Hey, sis, I'm gonna see you soon, sis. Trying to make sure you ain't leaving the country before I come see you, cause I gotta see you when I get there. Be getting there soon. The gas prices it's so high right now. Nobody wants to even go to the store. And when you live in a state like I live, well, I can't say it's the whole state, but my area, we don't have trains and buses. If you ain't got a car, you just out of luck. If you ain't got a car or somebody with a car, you are out of luck. So I made this joke with this guy. I was like, won't be no booty calls going on now because gas is too high. So I see a lot of people on Instagram making memes so about, you know, they can't even buy gas so they can go have sex and all kinds of craziness. Yeah, girl, I can't wait either. And we will not be going by the slutty vegan, okay? So we have the $250 on the table. We have the asteroid that they won't destroy. They waiting for it to hit us. Oh, and something else. Hi, Online Mechanic Tips. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much for the information. Yes, I did try what your video did and it worked. because I was wondering why my battery keeps. Oh yeah, yes, girl, yes, I want to go there. I was having issues with my key getting stuck in the car, and then my battery kept going dead because I park it in the garage and leave it with the key stuck in it sometime, and my battery would be dead, or couldn't figure that out why my battery was going dead in the off position. But thanks to your video, I learned some tips. So appreciate you, Mr. Online Mechanic Tips. You guys have any issues with your cars, or if you have it on his page, check it out. It works. I just became a member, subscriber to his page, and I was just looking, I Googled him, just looking, and I found him. So thank you, Mr. Online Mechanic Tips. So you keep saying that we going to the old lady gang. Yes, we're gonna go there and hang out, eat some food. I'm down to go. I got this meal that I made. I got this meal that I made, and I had to take pictures of it. pictures. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it, because I know you're gonna want to try. So it was just too good. I sent it out to my friends. My friends came by. I told them I was making it. They came by and ate it. They all agreed it was really good. So I also found out something that was extremely interesting about a hotel built in Antarctica. I got pictures of it to show you guys. So I'm not trying to make this a long night. This night going to be like about maybe less than an hour, but an hour. And I want to get to the point, because my head about to explode after I just listened to these 10 men, 10 grown men of different colors, different nationalities, not debate, but talk of their knowledge of certain things that's going on in our society. And I wanted to get on the panel myself and say, and the purpose is, what is the purpose? And before I decided to get on the panel, I didn't get on the panel, but before I did get on, he just frankly and bluntly said that we are just existing. And I was like, wow. We are just existing. What does that mean? So we get up in the morning, we get up in the morning, we go to work. We get up in the morning, we go to school. We come home, we clean, we cook. Like we're robots. Like, is that all what life is going to be? Because we are not financially stable to where we can go and travel, or we can go and do. But I asked myself, I was like, how many, what can you really do if you lived in a mansion by yourself? A mansion, say a 15, there's another question. Say you live in a 15-bedroom mansion. You, your husband, you probably have a couple of kids that come visit, but they moved out, which is crazy, and a dog. Your husband has a dog, and you have a cat. What could you possibly do in a 15-bedroom mansion besides pay $20 million for it? She said, that's what happens. I grind because I love to travel. Absolutely. I love to travel. I done been to so many different places. I love to travel too. You come on at 7 and not at 7. You come on at 7 and only at 7. I come on whenever I get the feeling. But I'm talking to one person. When I get the feeling, that's when I'm on. When my head about to bust, that's the time I get on. I work from 3:30 to 4 o'clock in the morning. So I work from 3:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I don't get myself settled in and settled down until then. One day we're gonna have to take over YouTube, and mine is very powerful. Absolutely. Just you could just hit me up and tell me when. You just hit me up and tell me when. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna be a little slow at blocking people, but I really don't care to block anybody because this is a general discussion. Oh, you work overnight as well? I hear you. But you just hit me up. Hit me up. My phone number is not a secret. My email is not a secret. Because, I just want to understand how does it work. Now, one of the couple of ladies that's in here, I know they go to church, and I know, my question before you came in was, what is your first introduction to God or to religion? Some people say they baptism, but when you're so young, you get Christian, you have a baptism or get Christian or whatever, and you don't really remember that. One day I woke up and had 2 holes in my ear. I couldn't explain that. So your grandmother, one person said your grandmother, our grandmother, and that Bible. Okay. Grandmothers and the Bible. Okay. I can understand that. I don't think my grandmother did that. I don't even remember when, but as I got older, I started to understand. You hit it right on the head, D. When I got baptized when I was younger, but until I understand the real reason why I wanted to get baptized was when I was older. God doesn't want us to find religion. He wants us to find relationship with him. Absolutely. That's the reason why I do not go to church, because I don't need nobody telling me about how I feel about the Most High, whether he's the Most High. He is ultimately the creator. He has many names. I'm not knocking no religion name who calls him what they call him, but he is why we exist. He is why we exist. Then I had 10 guys, 10 men. I mean, they just broadly men, what men do. And they was talking about humans as if we evolved. That's going to be something else I'm going to go deep into. When they said about we evolved, we evolved from what? Every human being on this earth evolves every day. We are what our mothers and fathers are. Our mothers and fathers are what their mothers and fathers are. That's how we evolved. I'm 78. You get a thumbs up, 10 thumbs up for that one. I don't need a building to fellowship with my creator. I walk and talk with him daily. Absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as my eyes open, my prayer starts. I talk out loud to him. I'm not making fun of it, but I talk out loud. I think people change how we see the church because of the control, power, and the inclusion. Absolutely, sis, because I don't want to go to church and have to worry about what I'm wearing. I'm not going to a fashion show. I don't want to go to church and have people looking at me like I don't belong because I don't wear the fancy hats and I don't celebrate the holidays. All these holidays and stuff is man-made. Because from me reading the Bible, Jesus wasn't born on on Christmas. And when he arose, he didn't even rise up on Easter. And another thing is that this is my own personal belief. How can I believe people? Our history is all jacked up. Our history is all jacked up. Our history has been destroyed. Our history has been hidden. Our history is all jacked up. Because how am I to believe something that these people said when we still have all the same illnesses that they had, but they didn't know what they had? Absolutely, I do too. That's the last thing I do before I close my eyes. I don't care how tired I am, how wobbly, my prayers, and I talk out loud. You know, sometimes my dog does it too. My dog does it too. There's a dog heaven. I'm constantly talking to my ancestors. Constantly. So when the man actually sits there and he says, we evolved from apes. I wanted to get on that panel so bad because, you know, one of the guys said, I can't believe there's no women on this panel. And the guy said, oh, there's no women? Then we could talk about the woman. We could talk about the woman. And what they wanted to talk about the woman, it was very positive that people are mammals because of the woman. That's what he said. He said people are mammals. Just like anything that walks on two legs and crawl on two fours, on fours, they are mammals. And the reason why the woman is a mammal because her breast lactates and she can produce milk. Now, me being the person that I am, every female without a medical condition, because you know we got some that can't give birth, and a lot of medical stuff be going on with women's bodies. I would say our bodies are the most complicated besides the men. The men don't have issues. Women, we have issues. And this is National Women's History Month as well, Health Month. We do have a lot of things going on with our bodies. That's why I tell people I was very, very adamant with my grandkids' mothers that they breastfeed. So, I gotta work. Listen, I'm buying your pumps. I'll buy you the state-of-the-art pumps. I need you to breastfeed. I said, please, at least 6 months. Please. At least 6 months. Especially if you're going to get them, it has every woman history. It's women's health. This is when they try to get into all the women's health issues this month. And I wanted them to breastfeed so that they kids can get the antibodies from their bodies because they're healthy women. They thank God. I'm grateful. They're healthy women. And you know, a couple of them did it almost a year, and I was happy. But I only have a couple, but they breastfed my grandkids, and my grandkids are great. They're healthy, no issues. Because I definitely wanted them to do that because of the C word, right? The C word. All three of my grands were born only two was born during the C word time. And one wasn't, right? So the thing that I'm saying to you is that when they say our bodies are just organisms, we already have it. We already have it. It's about being born to produce the antibodies, just like the injections, the vaccinations, and all the stuff going on. I'm not going to say I'm against any vaccinations and stuff like that. I'm just going to say that I was forced to take it against what I wanted to do. I was forced to take the vaccination. I'm good with not being around people. So, and I had 21. I had 21 tests. So I'm not too happy with my nose at this time. Okay, because my nose always hurts. I feel like my sinuses are clogged up even more. So anyway, so when we talk about religion, there's a difference between religion and spirituality. And I just want people, if you don't believe in nothing else, believe in yourself. Some say Jesus was born around the month of September based on clues given in the Bible. Okay? And again, when you make that kind of statement, there are so many Bibles. There's the Quran, which is a throwback of the Bible. There is, or maybe not, I've read quite a few Bibles, even the Jehovah's Witness Bibles. I like the Jehovah's Witness Bibles because it's easier to read and understand. But I read King James Version quite a few times. Didn't understand it at all. And then what made me so crazy, my last day of church, I finally had got a chance. I'm like, oh, I need to speak to the pastor. I want to ask a question. And finally, when I got a chance to answer the question, I knew that was my last day going to that church. I said, where is it written that he is? I'm not even going to tell you the question. But anyway, I got kicked out the church because the pastor didn't know the answer. And I said, for you to be taking everybody's money here and you can't give them answers from a book that you're preaching about, you're not for me. So I left that church. For it to be an all-black church with a white pastor, I didn't care for that too much either. I don't care really about color, but I didn't care for that too much anyway. That's why I ask those questions when I go to those churches. I was like, some now they have, how much money it costs to become an ordained pastor? You can get on the internet now. He said, well, King James is the most trusted translation from the ancient Hebrew and Greek from the original apostles. Okay. If that's your translation of it, if that's what you believe, because when I read it, 501c3 costs money. Yeah, when I read it, when I read some parts of the Bible, I said, how is this possible? Okay, and back to the 10 men, because they talked about quite a few of these things. How is it that you want us to believe that? But see, I can't pronounce INC Man 78. My question to you is, where is the original Bible? Why are there so many books missing from the Bible? Okay, because if in school, everybody went to school, I pray everybody got past the 6th grade. I pray even harder, everybody got past high school. I pray that even y'all got to college. Why are all the books out of the schools? Man, when I could not find a social studies book, because those books is practically all lies. Those books were all lies. So they teaching our children, if you don't keep an eye on your children and the studies that your children are studying, the stuff they teaching our children is not going to benefit them. It's not going to benefit them because these schools, and I have to say these schools, I'm going to say public schools. These public schools are teaching our children to be workers, not entrepreneurs, not college graduates. They're teaching our children to be workers. I've seen a lot of schools, a lot of schools. And a lot of the schools are not teaching the children what they really need to know. They're teaching them how to barely survive to be a worker. They took all the skill trades out of school. When I was in high school, I went to automotive high school. I had to leave there because there was only 2 women there, and those 2 women, I ain't feel like fighting all the time, so I had to leave. I went to boys and girls, and there I learned how to electrician. They taught all the skill trades and they're plastering, all that stuff. Stuff to where, do you not know that a car mechanic can make more money than a doctor without the student loans? Without the student loans payback? So those are a lot of different things. So the things that I was thinking about, so I could not understand why. Why do the country that we live in treat their people so bad? According to, we have the Bible on one hand, and then we have science. The Bible is the religion, and we have science. So with science, science tells us that there are, you can't even count them. You can't even count them. Stars in the sky, planets, universe. We cannot believe we're the only ones. We cannot believe we're the only ones. Yeah, there are some books that weren't included. Can't say 100% why they were excluded from the Bible. See, those are the books we probably really need to know. Those are the books we probably need to know. They excluded it from the Bible. You know, you guys, have you ever come across, there was a good movie called Eli. But a lot of the books were excluded because they did not want the public to know. What good are the books that was written doing in the Vatican in the basement? I say basement, it's probably a state-of-the-art security place it's in, but why? Why were books excluded? Why we can't get copies of it? Why do they, I mean, first of all, and I say this because I know for a fact, I have a favorite song, and the song was in Spanish. I could sing the song in Spanish, but when I got the translation of the song, it made no sense. So that's probably why it had a video. That's why the woman made a video, because the song and the video together in the language it is spoken in is a beautiful, powerful video, a music video. But when you read the translation, I was like, how do we go from the visual that we're seeing and hearing the song spoken in another language to reading it in English to where the song makes no damn sense? The song makes no sense in English, but it's a good song in Spanish. So when they translated the Bible, just like when they translated, a lot of people say it's only 10 commandments. No, there's a lot of commandments. Those 10 commandments in the Bible are the 10 most popular commandments. If you read the Bible, there's a whole lot of commandments. Just open it up and when you go to 10 commandments, you'll see all the different commandments. It's hundreds of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot. I'm going to say hundreds. It's a lot of more than 10, more than 20. So, are we going to live our life according to science? Who's going to the moon? That's one of my questions. Who is going to the moon? It takes 6 months to get there. Who's going? Oh, did I mention how much it costs to go? Well, we ain't going to talk about that. Because when you go, you're not coming back. They want you to actually live there. Priests are going, different religions are going, different priests and pastors and whatever else they call themselves. They're going. Scientists are definitely going. They're going to have about maybe 100 people from a certain age bracket, because they want them to actually reproduce on the moon. I mean, on Mars. So I just really feel in my heart that the scientists and the scientists, they're searching for God. They don't know. God is in our hearts. The Creator created a feeling. It's a feeling. It's like a spirit. When you talk about God, you talk about religion or spirituality, they're similar, but it's a difference. You cannot find people say, "Oh, I see God in my heart." In my heart, that's where He's at. He's not in my mind. He's in my heart, because He makes me get up every day. He makes me lay my body down and go to sleep. He is the root. I mean, they say, "Oh, well, if this God hate people. God have hate. God have different emotions. If we are of Him or her, quote unquote." I don't want none of the feminists coming after me, quote unquote. So, there's so many questions. It's just so many questions, and we can't seem to get the answers. We really can't seem to get the answers to none of the questions. Who is the first person who created a memory of God for you? You guys say your grandparents, your mom, your family. A lot of people, if you go into church to find love, compassion, or to answer the questions, what happened after? What happened once we leave? What happens? We go back into the earth. Our bodies are to be recycled. That's why we have children. That is our form of recycling our bodies. That's a part of evolution, to recycle our bodies into our children. So then when they have children, this is our legacy, is to recycle our bodies. Because once we gone, we go back into the dirt and we feed the dirt with the minerals from our bodies. It's just so deep. It's just so deep. So also today I learned that our bodies create diseases, and we have to build up antibodies. So my question to them was, how do we do that without getting injections from all kinds of viruses and bacteria? Because if you want to wipe out the earth, just like in the movie, if you want to wipe out a population, food is the number one. Food. Now it's airborne. All these different things. I mean, you was wondering why people in China always walking around with masks on. They keep having disease after disease after disease after disease, virus after virus after virus. And then they go into their labs, take samples from your body, take them, mix them up, inject them into some other people, and see how it works. So, do you really think that seed vaccination came from different people's bodies? Because it's an experiment. And for people to think that it was made 2 years ago, it was made it was made over 10 years ago. That injection was made over 10 years ago. It wasn't made for the C word. It was made for something else. So, ask your doctors. Ask your doctors because I do read everything. I read all my lab results and I read everything. And I have to ask these questions to my doctors, medical questions as well, because I want to know. I want to know. So, any more other questions about religious or spiritual? I just want to show you guys a couple of pictures of the new hotel that is located in Antarctica. In Antarctica, I have a couple of pictures for you guys. I cannot believe it, but it's there. I even left the capture up the top of the video so you can look it up yourself. Okay, in case you want to do that. You can look it up yourself. Okay, let's get this open real quick. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Peace and salute to you. Hey, Miss Amanda. Thanks, Amanda. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I didn't unsubscribe anybody. But good to see you. Good to see you. I'm trying to catch up with my Uncle Fed because we need to talk about some things. Okay, I'm going to share the screen and show you guys. Chrome. Okay. All right, now here, let's see if you can see it. Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger for you guys. Okay. This is where it's at. Now, guests can fly into a nearby airport or land on the resort helipad. This is the new hotel that is built in Antarctica. What surprises me the most about this hotel being in the middle of nowhere, right? This hotel being in the middle of nowhere, I want you guys to see the greenery. The greenery. This is green. All this in the background, this is green. This is water. They're showing it in the middle of ice. They're showing you in the middle of ice and the coldness of Antarctica. But in the backdrop is green. Okay? So, the next picture. This is what it looks like on the inside. Hey, Cliff. Cliff, where's your brother? I can't seem to find him in his many pages. Good to see you, Cliff. This is what it looks like on the inside. It has including pools, sauna, and spa treatments. Okay? Including pools, saunas, and spa treatments in the middle of Antarctica. Okay, and go to the next picture. It has all the amenities. It has all the amenities. Cliff, where's your friend? Our friend. I haven't seen him in about a year or so. Is he okay? It has all the amenities. As you can see, you know, the showers, spa, the saunas, the bathroom, all that stuff. And it's considered the first luxury spa in Arctic region, according to Forbes magazine. According to Forbes magazine. Can you guys actually see the craziness in the background? Those look like trees. Those look like trees to me. Okay. It says, a new spa has opened in the landscape, incredibly snowy landscape, best known for northern lights. So the lights that we saw are the northern lights. Let me see. This glare from the sun. Now, from what I understood, I thought the sun didn't. I thought the sun didn't, rise as much. And that's another question. Speaking of the sun, how is it that some days, some states gets no sun according to their seasons? I mean, how is that possible? If they quote unquote the earth is rotating, unless it's a flat earth, it goes from left. I actually watched the sun go from left to right, left to right, left to right. I've watched the sun actually do that. Again, I cut my phone off because now I got all these text messages. So, excuse me, guys, 1 second. Yeah, so the sun, matter of fact, Alaska, the sun only is up there, what, 6 months? 6 months out of the year? I don't understand, what does that mean? So are they in darkness for 6 months? I don't know. I can't really understand it. That's another question. NASA don't want to talk to me no more. So here, this is what I want to talk to one of my friends about. This is a forgotten continent. Them guys was talking about Africa as well and how it all broke off. But this continent was called Bakanatoloka. Lola. I can't, me pronouncing things is the worst because I can't pronounce nothing. It's another continent. And, it seems like a lot of these continents are hidden because how come they keep coming up new when if it was around Earth, where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? The land, they are lying about the land. There's so much more land than what they tell us. They are so lying about it. They are so lying about it, guys. And if you don't ask to find out, you won't know. You won't know. Yeah, they call this land right above Africa. They call it Balka Cantana. I can't pronounce nothing. I promise you. It's BALKANATOLIA. Oh, he's hiding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everything's manipulated. Whatever they're telling us, believe the opposite. 10 thumbs up, Amanda. A lot of, don't exist. Exactly. So I wanted to share those pictures with you guys of Antarctica because from what we're supposed to be understanding, it's supposed to be untouched and uninhabitable. Untouched and uninhabitable. And people are not supposed to live there. And nobody's supposed to go there. Exactly. This is how I felt. This is why I came on this live today, Amanda, because that's what I felt. Come on up, Cliff. This is what I felt. I felt that, I just feel that there's been so many lies to the people. So we don't know what's truth and what's not truth anymore. Everything seems to be a contradiction of something. I know we're supposed to have the opposite. There's a yin and there's a yang. There's a up, there's a down. There's the left, there's a right. But where does the truth come in at? Hey, Foot Soldier, welcome. Where does the truth come in at? What is the truth? Why do they continue to lie to us? And I'm going to say us because us being the people, no race, no religion, the people. If you want to control people, you lie to them. You manipulate their minds. You manipulate their vision. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We were sent here for a mission. Oof. When you say it like that, I guess our mission was okay. If you say it like that, I guess our mission was to populate the earth, right? Would you say yeah? To populate the earth? Because, like I said, I wish I could let y'all hear some of the stuff I was listening to earlier with these 10 men. If we're sitting here to populate the earth, quote unquote, the white man said they only been here for 7,000 years. Now, I got questions. I just got questions. If anybody in the chat can give me some answers or tell me something that they think could be what it is, I'll look it up. I'll see, and I'll be like, you're right on my next video. Who was here first? The dinosaurs or man? Because if you say you only been here 7,000 years, there was cavemen back there with the dinosaurs. Because you keep digging up bones. Okay, you keep digging up bones, giving a bone an age. And mind you, a lot of dinosaur bones, quote unquote, was found in Antarctica where it's freezing cold and now it's melting. And they finding more bones. Now, when you say our mission is to populate and take force, reverse it back to show the wicked ones who they are not. Okay, because I'm gonna put it out there. Some may agree with me, some may not agree with me. The black woman is the only woman, the black woman, that can repopulate the earth. Okay? The black woman. Because we birth a nation of different colors, of all colors. We birth all colors. Like I was saying to you earlier today at the top of the show, we are our parents, our mother, our father. They produced us. Their mothers, their fathers produced them. We were here first. Now, Africa, oh man, this is hard. Africa, the people in Africa, populated the earth. Because if you go to what the Bible says, the Bible is stated in Israel, Egypt, different parts of Africa. But how come every time I look in the back of the Bible, I see countries I don't recognize? Not only was the names changed, but people actually need to look at the map. Because if you look at the map, the Bible is from Africa. And the people in the Bible was black. I rest my case. Because ain't no white people living under those conditions in them hot suns in that part of Africa. I'm just saying. We ain't talking about South Africa that's near the water. I don't see a lot of white people digging up cobalt for these cell phones and these electronics and stuff and all this stuff going on. So I don't care about my race being a dominant race. I care about us being treated equally. Everyone being treated equally. And I can't say our president supposed to take care of us. We have to start taking care of us. We have to start taking care of us. Because see, racism is taught. You're not born with racism. You're not born disliking somebody. Satan and his followers have everything he created, dinosaurs, giants, etc. You know, a girl, I even, the giants is up there in Antarctica too. Huh. The giants, the bones of the people, they digging up. Ain't all dinosaurs. And so I'm like, you have so many questions. Questions. The asteroid, so you guys can look it up. The asteroid name is 16 Psychic. That's the name of the asteroid. And it's going to cost us $700 quadrillion to take it down. Okay. The asteroid is worth $700 quadrillion. Now, the reason why it's worth so much, because it's full of minerals. Okay? It's full of minerals and and these I can't say people. I'm gonna say white people. I'm not a racist, I swear. But these people want to harvest all the minerals from the asteroid. The Bible we read originally came from the Greeks, Latins, and the higher ups that gained control. However, they stole everything and made it theirs. Yes. And to the last thing that you said, also they black people too. So that's why I can't understand why did they get reparations and black people didn't get reparations. But it's just what people don't understand. It's just so hard for black people to get reparations because they don't have. Hey, Cliff.
Howdy.
Hey, Cliff. I miss your smiling face. Yes, I do.
Hey. Great to see you're still around.
Yeah, I took a 2-year absence. Yes, I took a 2-year absence.
Mm-hmm.
I had things to do. I was traveling, all over the country.
Right. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah. So how were you? How are you doing?
Oh, life's been good. I can't complain. I'm retired, right?
Yeah.
Having a good time doing nothing.
Isn't that fun? I know it. Then I got caught up with 3 grandchildren, and one of them doesn't live in my state, so I've been all over.
Right.
How's our friend? You haven't seen him or heard from him or what?
I haven't heard from him for a little while now. He's sort of been hiding out. He's, sort of like a disgruntled employee kind of thing or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I be praying for him. I don't see none of his pages. I mean, I know the last few pages I've seen, I had still got them, but they're not there anymore. I'm like, yeah.
Well, he's changed, of course. He keeps changing his name on you. Like you'll pop up with a name you don't recognize before, and it's like, what's this?
Yeah, that's true too. So what do you think about some of these questions I'm asking?
Well, okay. If we want to get back to the Bible, of course, that's the early scholars' writings of what had happened on earth, right? And you have to think about how many religions there are in the world. So every scholar group that went to study the original writings came back with their own interpretation to make their religion. And of course, as every religion goes, you have to be a firm believer in that religion or else,
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot to be said. I mean, basically, don't get me wrong. I think a religious concept in life is pretty good. You know what I mean? But an extremist in religion doesn't fly far. You know.
That's true. Very true. Very true. Also, what you said too, Amanda, is very true as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why, excuse me, Cliff. That's why they turned around 3 years ago and started apologizing in SHIT. Okay, all kind of religious leaders and presidents in Africa started apologizing. Oh, you want to apologize now? Right. How many years later? Almost 500 years later, you want to apologize? I was like, you know what? Miss me with that. I personally, I'm from United States of America. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I got here. My mother, my father, they need to figure that out because they did that. And I have loyalty to where I'm at, not where I believe I came from, because I didn't come from there.
That's right. This is your homeland.
Yes.
So this is where you were brought up. This is what you know. Parts you might like, parts you might not like, but this is it. You know.
Because I spoke to quite a few people that I know that are born and raised in Africa. Mm-hmm. And well, I'm not going to just say Africa. I'm saying a whole lot of different other continents.
Right.
And I work with a lot of them, and they always saying how beautiful their country is, and this and that, and this and that. But yet, I go to their country, and I be like, "What the f? I'm like, where? I'm like, where? You know? But yeah, you want to come to the United States and down where we live. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to come and down, but yet you work here. You work here. Why are you not working where you born and raised and your family's at? Exactly. You want to work here and steal our resources from our country to take back to your country? I have to say, you know what? And I sure do. I sent them a postcard from their country just to make sure they know I was there.
Right.
And most of them didn't know. So.
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, as far as globally goes, I'd love to visit a whole lot of different areas around the globe. However, you know, it may not be the wisest thing for me to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually, you know, even according to all the original writings, you know, life began in Africa, you know. So, of course, you know, some people went north and, you know, they were out of the sun and, you know, consequently, you know, they lost their natural tan, you might say, you know what I mean? And, you know, if you're down there in the sun, you got it. You know what I mean?
A lot. It's been a known fact.
Right.
All the other continents on the earth, the ones that on the map, we ain't talking about the ones that they're not telling us on the map, because I found 2 continents that belongs on the map already. That's not part of the 7, but they all broke off from Africa.
Well, yeah, that was the idea. Atlantis, even Atlantis broke off. Atlantis supposedly sunk, you know, but
yeah, Louisiana's sinking every year. Louisiana's sinking.
Right. Well, a lot of it is floating. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. So you know they go off with their water, right. But that's one of the main what would you call it? That it doesn't move. Mm-hmm. All the other
Well, you have to look at it too, like sea level. You know, the Earth rotating and all. You know, you have high seas and low seas. Land appears and disappears with the tide. You know.
But my whole thing is like, if the Earth is so, I'm gonna ask you. You believe in outer space and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, there's something out there. You know.
You believe that there is something out there?
Oh, definitely. You know.
Like what?
Well, okay. Let's look at it this way. In a darkened area, say away from a city, you can look up at stars, right? And you see, like, well, of course, the further away you get, you know, the more stars you see, right? And it's the idea for every star you're seeing, what are you really seeing? Are you seeing like a sun and the planets it's lighting up? If people believe we're the only solar system, perhaps the only intelligence, you might have a narrow view. You know.
Well, my view is that everything is within the earth. There's no outer space.
Oh.
There's no outer space. And why I say that? Why I say that? Because you probably missed a couple of my other lectures where I showed you. A star is not a twinkling thing that they want us to believe it is. It is actually a floating mass of light. And we actually seen an actual star. I showed them an actual star, what an actual star looks like. I also showed them an actual picture of the moon, what the moon looked like. The moon is not illuminated at all. It's a dark rock. It's the sun. When the sun passes by it, it passed by it. Other than that, it's just a dead rock. There's nothing there. So for them to say they went, I even heard a couple of people, astronauts, who've been to the space station, that actually said, and I think I did it in another video. The lady actually said, we have been the furthest any human has ever been from the earth. Earth as in land, not as in space. So in the satellite, the space station they was in actually was the furthest. So when you think about all the different layers of the earth, everybody thinks that after the clouds is space. It's not. You flew before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when you flew, right, did you see any stars? Remember?
Well, actually, I've done a lot of flying at night, and you can get out there far enough to see quite a few stars.
I have never seen any stars and I've flown at night. Never seen any stars. I never seen the moon. I actually had two pilots from another airline sitting in front of me. And we couldn't sleep. So I started talking to them. I started asking them questions. And one of the pilots was like, if you want, you can come up here. I said, oh, I'm not interrupting you. You want to go to sleep? He said, yeah, kind of. So I switched seats with him and I spoke to the guy next to him. We had a conversation for like 2 hours. We just talked. And I asked him, why do the rockets turn when they go straight up? We see them going straight up and they curve. What is the curvage for? What is the curvage for? Because if you say the curvage is for because of the earth spinning, why would you curve? Why would you not just go straight up? And then most of the rockets, hear me out, most of the rockets and all the spaceships and shit they send up there, now is bad space junk. Why it didn't float away? Why is it still in our atmosphere? Still falling to the earth. I mean, it's 1,000 whys.
Well, it has to do with the gravitational pull of the planet itself.
So
if you're sort of a round earther kind, if you're more of a flat earther type of a thought, that throws in a lot of problems.
I'm a flat earther. I don't believe me. I'm flat earther because I believe is that. All right, I don't want you to think I'm crazy. The aliens always been here. Who's to say that we are not the aliens here on this earth?
Exactly. Natural historic claims of the earth, when life began, etc. Humans weren't necessarily there. It took a while to evolve into humans being there, and how else would they get there? There's a lot of things in the past here on Earth that no man could have built. You know what I mean? Even to this day and age. Well, like even the pyramids, the pyramids, of the rocks and stuff. You know what I mean? The stones, I should say.
It's some of the pyramids they try to rebuild. It has not been built. You want to welcome Amanda?
Oh my God! I could. Hi, how are you, Miss Ride or Die?
Hey, sweetie.
And how are you, doing, sir?
Oh,
I
wonderful.
just could look. I was in here working, right? And this topic is so awesome because I literally just had these discussions with two other panels with my brothers and sisters, right?
Mhm.
And when you just now, the reason what made me hit the StreamYard, Miss Ryder, because when you said I am not crazy, I am not crazy, because I way back years ago, I used to tell my family I am not crazy. I am this. Listen to me, right? But now everything that I've always told them is coming to pass fastly, right? So
Mhm.
even when you said there's no space, I don't believe it. And when you said the aliens were here first, here's what we have to understand. You're not crazy and you are correct. They were here before we were.
Yeah,
We are the aliens. We're invading their space.
right.
You understand? This is Satan's
Well,
earth,
yeah,
Mhm.
right? And the
we're
only reason why, because God, when he got kicked out, God allowed him to reign here for a certain amount of time. So
Mhm.
imagine when he left and got kicked out, he was like, all right, I can make humans too. But you cannot make and create something that God originally created and your ass got kicked out for it. And you think you're going to come down here. So what he did, he made all his creatures and tried to mate his creatures once we got here with humans. And that's where the giants came in. And
right.
you understand? So, Miss Ryder Die, you are on point, and I just came up to tell you, you are on point. You needed to take a break, and God got you coming right back with the right message. And do not be afraid and don't second guess yourself. We are not crazy. We
I
were
research
sent.
a lot. I research so much.
We were
And
sent. And guess what? The only time you should be researching is to confirm what you already know that's within you.
absolutely, absolutely.
That's all you want is confirmation with what you already know. You already know this, but this world would try to take it from you.
Because I kept asking myself, how many times have I flown in an airplane? When did I leave? And mind you, 20,000 feet is
Mhm.
the level of planes that go where they go. So when they go above, they get a little weather, they go above the clouds. I've seen the clouds. I've actually seen a whole lot of stuff looking out the window. That's why I started taking sleeping pills when I get on the plane.
See, and that's what you cannot no longer do that. You know why? You were sent. You
Yeah.
and you afraid. Miss Ryder Die is afraid to face it. But I don't blame you because I get it. Because
Right.
see, Lee, when I say we all would sit here for a mission, my mission is not your mission.
Right.
You
That's
know,
right.
your mission is not his mission. Our mission is not their mission. This is why we are clashing, the ones that were sent, because everybody want to get in people's lane and step on people's toes and tell people what's not right, within them. You can't tell them what God has placed inside them, because
Right.
what he placed inside of them, he may not place inside of me. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
And that's why we need each other to acquire the knowledge from one another, because we all don't know everything.
Mhm.
I don't know nothing compared to what the people that
Right.
I've
No,
been
you know a lot. No. Don't say that. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Nope. I'm not gonna let you say that. You just this lie just let me know you know a lot, bro. You just uncertain.
Look, I had to say that for NASA purposes because they keep kicking me out.
Well, I know that, but that's what I'm gonna tell you too. You know what? And that's why I was telling people we do have to watch what we say, because this is, first of all, all these social media sites are owned by them. So they got people watching, clocking, they'll take your videos. If they know that we're woke and we're talking on the subject and we wake up others, they'll strike you. So you got to just watch your word. So what they're doing is trying to take freedom of speech. Why you think they got us wearing masks? Get into it.
Yeah, I have gotten plenty of strikes. I was like, you know what? They take my page. I just got my back up, keep it moving. Because, I don't, like I said, I don't care if it's two people, one person, it's somebody that
Thank you.
And get the message out, because the people will come back on the replay.
Exactly. And that's what I just told my brother JT today. He did a live, so he asked me to come up. He talked about family. the family dynamic and how it's broken and how it's not the same. There's no more structure. But to make a long story short, I always try to encourage everyone. I don't care if it's 1, 2 in your chat. If you bring in a powerful message and the Most High sent you to give it, deliver it. Because he said, where there is 1, 2 gathered in my name, I'll be in the midst. Now, those 2 that's there gonna carry to 2 more. Then they gonna carry to 2 more. It's not our job to make the people come. It's our job just to deliver the message.
Exactly. I'll be the messenger. I'll be the messenger, because when it comes down to life, you know, we're all living this life together.
Absolutely.
If we're in different places, but we're living it together.
Right.
And I personally, I wouldn't care if God gave me $20 million today or tomorrow for me to go buy $20, a $200 million mansion for one person and a dog. Why? Why would I do that?
Why?
How many people can help? How many people I can help with that money?
Exactly.
Yeah, you might get you some new furniture. You might buy a house or whatever have you, but you can't take it with you.
That's my point.
If you don't have any siblings to leave it to or to give to that need it now, they don't want you to die to get it. They need it now. Why not?
And you know what? And you know what, Miss Ryder Die goes back to whether there's 1 or 2 in the chat. Because look, I haven't gotten your notification in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always loved your spirit, your energy, you know. And you know, since my son was murdered, I really haven't been on doing no content. I'm coming back, but I've just been in the bushes, watching, learning, you know, and understanding the mission.
I haven't seen you say much of nothing.
Right. You know. And so the thing was, I just now got finished feeding, you know, my daughter's grandmother and getting her ready for bed. And I was like, let me hit the YouTube, because I just got it out of a nice energy live, you know, talking about the same things, family, you know, and understanding. And that's the first name I saw was Miss Ryder Die. I said, what? I got a notification. I swear I got chill bumps. God said, hit it. And I hit it. And look what we're talking about. I
mean, I love having these kind of conversations because you teach one, you reach one, you teach one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, because a lot of people, you know, and I respect everybody's different standards on what they talk about, you know, what their beliefs are, you know, always. You know, like Cliff can tell you, I can get down with the most hippest rock people because I know this.
Girl, I am, yo, what?
Cliff, I'll be in the store because I coupon.
Oh my God. Miss Ryder Die. Look, people that don't know we get down with the rock, they look at us like, you know that song?
I'm in the store shopping, and I live in a very diversified area. And I started singing out loud because, you know, we be in the store singing. We all be in the store singing and stuff. All rock music, oldies and goodies, you know.
Yes.
Music, you know, I was like, what? I was like, they were looking at me like, how do you know this song?
Right.
Don't let my New York accent fool you, okay?
That part, and that's what I'm saying. And what's crazy, that's what I was saying, because, you know, I'm from Jersey, dirty Jersey, right? But I'm from the, you know, close, right? I'm like 20 minutes from New York. But our accents, I could tell a Bronx person, I could tell a Brooklyn person, the 5 boroughs, you know? And I know when I'm talking to, you know, and when I heard you, I was like, yeah, she's from up top. Yep. You know, but I'm going to tell you, Miss Ryder Die, it's not by happenstance that this live is happening. And like you said, the replay, others going to hear. This was divine. And for the fella to be up here, like, because I just watch, I let my energy, I look people, especially because he was live, not on his avatar. You can see his face. So you feel the energy with him as well. It's not right.
I mean, I was going to get ready to go to bed because I have to be to work at 3:30 in the morning. And I said, you know what? My spirit would not let me rest. I need to tell people what's going on, how they trying to do us dirty. They're trying to land on this doggone asteroid and mine its minerals.
Yeah.
Resources. And I'm like, this is what we're working to pay taxes for?
Right. Oh, you said something earlier today, Miss Ryder Die. You was like, I don't even care about no color, no creed. And that's what we gotta get away from. if we say we're righteous, that means we're one. I don't
Right.
see color.
Right.
Only thing I see is disrespect, mistreat, evil, wickedness. You know, that's all I see.
Right. Because I like where I live at, right? Some counties over things happen, are more racist than where I'm at. But people hold. I mean, like I said, I'm a New Yorker. If a white guy's holding the door for me, now I have to walk a little faster because I don't want him to feel like I'm disrespecting him, or I don't want him
to. Oh my God!
Because he's standing there, probably in the night, holding the door open for me, or if I can't read something.
But Miss Ride or Die, oh my God, you just gave me chill bumps. I swear you did.
Miss Ride or Die, does it really make any difference who's opening the door for you?
It doesn't. Let me explain what she means. Can I? I want to see if I may.
Sorry, I understand too, but I'm just
right. You being funny. This is why I think I like you. Cause yes, you are funny. You are a character. I like your energy. I mean it. I'm not just saying that. But yeah, you already know where she going with it because you were very woke.
If you only what me and Cliff used to do with somebody else's on it, it'd be so funny. It'd be too funny.
No, I like your energy too.
But
together,
we as women, we want to be, courteous as well. I mean, it'd be people in the store who want to get stuff from me because I'm short. Everybody know I'm short, and I can't reach stuff because sometimes I catch an attitude because it's so high up, and I want it. I'll just knock everything over and be like, press the button, somebody come and clean it up. But I try not to do that all the time.
Right.
I ain't trying to kill myself either, full and trying to get what I'm looking for. So, it doesn't matter whether it's white, green, yellow, purple, Mexican, whoever. I don't care. Anybody hold the door for me, I'm going to walk a little faster because I don't want, and I'm going to say thank you. If they hold the door coming in or coming out, they put my bags in the car for me, whatever. It's just being courteous and treating people as human. I want to treat people as human, and I want them to treat me as a human being, regardless of my color. So
regardless of gender. You're so right. And I feel you. That's what I was about to say. Because I'm the same way. If I'm coming in the store and somebody's holding the door, I'm like, oh, let me hurry up. I'm not going to just walk all slow like you better hold that door for me. No, I'll let that door go right in your face.
It reminds me of a story, actually. I was going into a store one time, and I was trying to be like the first one in there for the sale that day. You know what I mean? And sure as can be, when they unlocked the doors, here comes some old girl, and she got boxes stacked up, past her head, damn near, trying to get in the store. You know what I mean? And I sort of held the door open for her because I could see she had a hell of a load going there. You know what I mean? And she passed by and said thank you and all that. It was real nice. And the next girl and actually three girls in line were young girls, and they just got this thing like, well, like it was a sexist thing, like I was holding the door open for them. It was like, well, okay, later. And I walked in and let the door go, and they were like,
Yeah, because they don't appreciate it, because this is where it comes into where their parents did not teach them how to appreciate things. I mean, now with all the feminist stuff going on, men don't have to hold the door. It's how you. No. Like I always said, I teach my sons. I want you to treat your women one at a time, please. Treat your women the way you would want a man to treat your mother. Exactly. And I saw that in them, and I tell them that. Now, people tell me, "Oh, you raised such a nice son." Yeah, because I don't play with them.
Right.
You know as yourself, Amanda. So you have to. That's the type of people you want to be around.
And I totally agree. And because I only had one son, right? And what's crazy is, see, let me tell you something. God don't put nothing on no more on us than we could bear. Cause look, I always had protected. I'm gonna tell my story because it's in my book anyway. And you're gonna hear. Okay, you don't let nobody else tell on you. You tell on yourself. Okay,
exactly.
Right. So I owe my son father I didn't know he was a big time drug dealer because he didn't present himself like that. He hid everything from me. You know what I'm saying? Make a long story short, when I found out, I was always protecting myself with condoms, but I was like, if this nigga is a big time drug dealer, these niggas fuck bitches from state to state. You putting on a condom. So for a whole year, we did not, we had protected sex. I always. This Thursday, y'all, this nigga just talked like he knew he was leaving, wouldn't put on a condom. I got pregnant that Thursday with my son. He got killed that Friday. Right? Now here I go again. I have his son. I didn't even want no more kids because my daughters was 12 and 10. And it was his grandmother that made me have that child. And then as soon as my son turned 25 the same month, he going to the store to go get his girlfriend food, drive by for somebody else, and he got it. Right? So like, I said that to say, when we understand what this world gives and why we would sit here, and then like I had to understand the mission and why they took, and God, why you chose me, and we're looking at ourselves as just humans. No, you get me? We're like I said, we're set on a mission. Yes. And a lot of things we're not gonna understand, but it's talks like this that will help us to understand. Because I'll learn from Miss Ride or Die and the gentleman on the piano. Say your name again so I can stop saying it because I'm blind and I don't have my glasses.
Cliff. His name is Cliff now.
Okay, Cliff. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, see, Cliff. Like now, Miss Ride or Die don't even know. God probably said go live, and it probably was meant for me. I probably need this. I just went through a major challenge with Satan. Using my little 16-year-old and so foot soldier in here. That's foot soldier baby girl. She watched her grow up. And now, you know, once they get to that age and they be a follower and them demons get into them, you look at them like, where's my child?
Right.
And now they trying to stand toe to toe up to you in your house. And I'm from the old school. I would knock you the fuck out. And then call the cops and tell them I just knocked her out. And the thing is, you got record whenever she acts up. I said, listen, I need the cops here because where I'm at right now, like I'm still mourning my son. It shit seems like yesterday, bruh. You know? So I don't need, and then I adopted you. You think you're going to give me, and you was spoiled. You wanted for nothing. You was a foot soldier. Tell you, when we was living in North Carolina, honor roll student, played sports, basketball, baseball. When my son passed, we ended up coming back because he left a grandson. He left me a son. So it's 3 cycles. You get me? My son's father left him, and then my son left him. So I came back to be with him.
Right.
You know?
It's him.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And now his mother's saying he's wilding now. He's really doing what my son, when he was angry, nobody couldn't understand his pain and he didn't know how to express it. They'll say they ADD. No. No, they just need someone because see, they come from somewhere else, and you need to understand them. Well, and that's what made me go into education and become a teacher. But now I got a house with 2 mental patients. I'm running the house now. You know, because I'm like, it's now, all right, I help the youth. It's now time to help the elders and the seniors.
Correct. I stay with my seniors. I love them.
I love them.
And that's what took me off online too, because a year ago, one of the seniors that lived with me, she passed, and you know, it really took me. It really made me crazy. It literally made. She wasn't even a relative of mine, but she was like a mom to me. And, you know, me and her daughter now are somewhat estranged right now because I felt that she could have did more. You know, I did more. I mean, with the argument that me and her went through, you know, constantly, that's my mother, and I'd be like, you know, I'd be the first one to be like, this and fuck that, and you know.
Yeah.
Then I'm not one of those people to be like my house, my this, my that. I'm not that way. And but anyway, I even stopped cooking for a long time, and then I spoke to Uncle Fed, and Uncle Fed said, "All right, your vacation is over. You get back online. You tell your message. You spread your messages."
That's it.
And I was like, I just don't feel. He said, "You're gonna get back on this horse. You're gonna get back on, and you're gonna keep on riding." And I was like, "Yeah." So he inspired me to come back as well. So I was like,
But I want to give a shout out to Uncle Fed, and I'm glad he inspired you to come back because you don't even know. Just now you saying that, I'm so glad you listened to him because he can inspire you all he wants. You listen.
Yeah.
You get me? And I thank God that you listen because I needed this live. I'm literally taking care. I'm going to say it the way it goes. My baby daddy that broke my heart cheated on me a lot. Okay. Our daughter is 30 something years old. I haven't dealt with him, but when he go through, he'll call me because I've been a nice girl. So they all still call on me. So he called me. I need your help. What do you need my help for? Take care of my mom. Cause his mom lost her mind over a man. Right. And with no hesitation, guess what I said?
Yep.
What do you want me to do?
Right.
I've literally been. She's right here sitting. Y'all probably are here, but it made me open up a house because his cousin is in there too. She's schizophrenic, lost her mind, eating herself to death. I just made it anyway. Make a long story short, I could have been like, all that you done to me, Kamal, you hurt my heart. No. God said, go and take care of that lady because they neglected her. I got this lady, y'all. I'm getting to what y'all said about family don't care. I got to this lady. She was so fragile. Her hair was matted, hadn't been done. She had dirty clothes on. She was eating food like an animal. So unless they just put her in a room and put food in front of her. So now this is my baby father's mother, right? I cussed him out first because you called me. Y'all ready for this? She brought 2 properties, one downstairs where we're at and one upstairs, right? The downstairs one is where I'm using for the facility. The daughter lives upstairs, right? She only got 1 daughter and 1 son, which is my son's daughter. My daughter's father. The daughter don't come. She's a nurse, y'all. She don't come say hi, mommy.
Wow.
Don't come help me. Do you need me help change her? Put her in the tub. She got to walk past our apartment to go upstairs, y'all.
Right.
Her daughter, all of them. They don't even say hi.
There's a place for people like that, though. There's a place.
And thank you. And guess what her father said? The daughter father, he was like, it's a shame the way my daughter is treating Linda because he was married to Linda. He was like, that lady spoiled them and gave them they wanted for nothing. I ain't gonna lie. Even when they want to go to college, whatever school, she put them in. She did everything, but her family said, Linda, stop spoiling these kids or you're not disciplining them. When you need them when you get old, they ain't gonna be no good to you, and they are not.
Me and my sister,
guess what, Miss Ryder died? Like you said, this my mama. I took over.
We spoiled my mom to where her facility that they tell me, Miss Kelly, please don't send them more clothes. I'm like, listen, I need my mom with a new outfit every time she get a visitor. All the time. If I do it for myself, I do it for my mom. My sister go by there, get her dressed up. But they cut all my mother's hair off because they didn't know how to do African American hair.
And that's when I would have flipped the fuck out.
Girl, I had to fly down there because my sister about to go to jail. Okay, I had to fly down there.
As she should.
And so, because we tin-headed. I don't like my hair done either. That's why I'm hardly ever on camera because I don't comb my hair. But my hair's braided.
But you have nice hair. I've been seeing you back in the day when you used to be live.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's always the people with the good texture hair that don't like to do nothing with it.
I tell you, it's a lot of issues with me doing my own hair. It's a lot of issues. from
Right.
being having manual labor work. I blew both of my rotary cuff tears. Rotary cuff
Wow.
my shoulders. So, I have to pay a lot of money to get my hair done,
Yeah, I broke one of mine on the right side, and that's what's crazy because when like she don't I have to feed her like with her particularly. See the other ones they can walk and they can do, but I still have to monitor. But with her, no, I have to feed her. She don't talk, and she's plagued. Catch this, y'all. She's plagued with 8 demons,
Oh shit.
and they all talk to me, and I let them know I control y'all.
I
Mhm.
definitely need
control me.
another segment. I'm going to talk about that spiritual stuff too.
Right.
I'm definitely going to call you or try to contact you or leave a message somewhere.
Yeah,
for
just you know what? If you matter of fact, I'm gonna put my email in the back chat right now, and you can email me,
Okay.
and then we can have this.
People
This is needed.
people don't believe that, and I'm going to say that when I had, I'm gonna say psychotic episodes, and the doctors was trying to put all this bull crap on me, and I'm like, I will not take another pill. That's when I became aware. I will not take another pill. I said, I tell you, what it took for my ex-husband, and it's so crazy. It took for my ex-husband to actually hear what I heard. And he came in the bedroom. He's like, I'm sleeping in here tonight. I said, no, you're not. Go back in the living room. He said, I'm serious. I said, what's wrong? He said, I heard them talking on the wall. Now, like I said, I believe in my ancestors.
Right.
So I had a wall in my house in the living room where I had all my family members. I had all the deceased family members on one wall.
That's something you never fucking do. Don't ever do that.
They talked to each other and they was arguing and fussing and woohoo and all kinds of nonsense was going on. And when I told the psychiatrist, and he was like, well, what did they say? I said, it's like a party. It's like a party. Mm-hmm. It's like a party. I mean,
and you know what, Ms. Bonadai, you know what? When you said it's like, I don't mean to cut you off, because you give me chill bumps over here. When you said it's like a party, what they use you to go back to where they were before they passed, and they never finished their arguments and their beefs.
And once they finished, because I would sit there and be like, yep. Once they finished, and I guess, and on the other side of the wall, I had a picture of his mother and father that was deceased, and they was in the picture together. And they didn't like each other very much. And he was like, I heard my mother and father. It was, I had a dream. He was saying he was having dreams. And then he was like, I wasn't tired. I was just sitting on the couch watching TV. I could have dozed off, but I got up, but I heard their voices. I said, After that, I took all the pictures down. I took them all down. I told each and every one of them I love them in their own way and reminisce with them. That's why I don't go to funerals. I don't go to funerals because every time I go to a funeral from somebody, I keep them all in one place. And once I put they obituary inside of my case for the funeral people that passed, I read each and every one of them. Each and every one of them, because I don't want them to be forgotten. I don't want them to be forgotten because they contribute to my life in some form or matter. They matter. Just because a person is gone doesn't mean they're supposed to be forgotten. They're supposed to live through us, through what we know of them. You know what I'm saying? We can't just sit there and just make death the final frontier.
No, it's not.
It's not. So I go and I read back everything. I read back everybody. I don't know. I probably got hundreds. I'll set up. I'll keep putting the paper closer and closer to I have an hour or two, and I sit up there and I read everything.
Right.
Some of them in the same places. But the point of the fact is that when people say we're not at war, we are at war, and it's not all about guns.
No,
killing people. We are at war. It's a spiritual war going on. There's a science war going on. You know, when they actually tell people, oh, we fighting, we trying to be the first one to land on the moon. Oh, nobody has never been further than what we have been. So are you saying you've been past the moon? Because that's supposed to be the furthest, but yet people on their way going to Mars. It's all in our atmosphere.
Mhm.
If you would see the pictures that I showed the people from the other videos, all of it, everything is in our atmosphere. I believe that the powers that be, I ain't gonna say the white man, who knows what color he is. He's looking for God. That is the question that he is looking for. That is the answer he's looking for. Because why would you want to spend billions and billions of dollars on what's outside of our planet?
Yo, you are on
And not
it.
worry
Don't
about what's
say
going
you
on
are
here.
on it. You are on it. But he's not looking for God. You are on it. You are on it. That's why Unc said, "Come back, Miss Rada Die." You are on it. You are on it. You are on it. But they're not looking for God. What happened is you got to go back. When Satan got kicked out, it's because he wanted to be better than God. So he's gonna do everything to continue to try to defeat God. So he's gonna do more and more. He's not looking for God. Listen, it's duality, right, wrong, black, white, up, down.
Yin and
You
yang.
understand?
It is the yin
There
and
you
yang.
go. There you go. Now I want to ask Cliff, with what Miss Me and Ride or Die think we feel and know. Can we get your perspective, if you don't mind, Miss Ride or Die? Because I want to know, because you are on it, Miss Ride or Die.
Cliff be my partner. You know.
Okay, I want to hear what because I got chill bumps. Miss Ride or Die, girl. I'm glad you did this live.
Cliff, you thinking about it?
No, actually, you caught me just a hair too far away from the mic at the time. But no, like I say, I think some of the teachings in our Bibles are great as far as God goes that particular way. In a spiritual sense, God does exist. He's beyond this realm, though. You're not going to find him in space. People who try to disprove God are the same people who are trying to disprove our present or past way of lives. You know what I mean? It's just one of those crazy things. You know?
Connect.
I mean, it all depends on what you really consider what God is. You know, at this point, you know, God is a supreme being, perhaps you might think.
Okay.
But he doesn't live in this realm. He doesn't live within our experimental.
He is the creator of all things.
Exactly.
He is the creator of our universe. That's just within. Because when I did video about the Bible versus science, in the video, I'm trying to explain what the two differences.
Right.
Scientists say we are here from result of the Big Bang, right?
Okay, that's a good idea.
They
Who
said
made the Big Bang?
he
Okay,
said we're here for the Big Bang.
right.
Bible says, God says. Now, see, when you talk about what God says, when did God say this, and was he high? Okay.
Right. Well, God was the creator.
He wrote this and said that he said that.
If God's the creator, he created the Big Bang that made us here, right? But he doesn't exist in our realm.
Because the Bible says, and this is where I say the earth is flat.
Uh-huh.
It's globe.
Oh, I believe he created a little bit more than that, but okay. You know.
When God created the earth,
Right.
when God created the earth, he made it to where it would not move. Nothing will leave this earth and nothing will come in this earth.
Okay.
Now, that's in the Bible, in the first couple of chapters of the Bible. He said he made it stable. And I showed the inserts from the Bible on that video. He said it made it stable where it would not move. So how could we have a globe we spinning? But how is we spinning? everything else is rotating around us because we, as the earth, is stable.
Mm-hmm.
It's stable. So for the earth to be billions years or old or whatever have you,
Mm-hmm.
probably have another billion years more or whatever. Whatever the case may be. But the Bible states that the earth is flat. It will not move.
Right.
But the scientists say, oh, we're spinning. And then the gravitational pull, you can't, gravity is just a scientific definition for ground, really.
Right.
For ground.
It's still a theory.
Everything comes to the ground. So if everything comes to the ground because of gravity, so to escape the Earth's gravity, they want to invent space.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a few planets at night. How is that possible? How is it possible that I'm standing on the Earth, flying in a plane 20,000 feet above the Earth and can't see the sun in broad daylight? The pilot told me, he said, the sun is on the right side of the plane and I was sitting on the left. Mm-hmm. You know what I did? I kind of got up, had everybody, excuse me, kind of got your window. Because for us to see it on the ground, how come I couldn't see it in the air in the airplane?
Right.
Oh my God, Miss Rada, I thought I was the only crazy one. I did the same things and I recorded it. I recorded it. I recorded me leaving gravity, going up, up, up. Both sides, like you said. Now, you get what I'm saying? I ain't see shit that they told us that was true.
I saw what I saw, and I asked the pilot. The pilot asked me to describe what I saw. I believe that there are. I ain't crazy.
Well, I take it you've never seen like a sunrise or a sunset from a jet.
I have followed.
Wait, Miss Rada, I'm gonna need you to stop keep saying I ain't crazy. We know this, dog. Just say what thus saith the Most High, girl. Get it out.
Quite a few of my subscribers are my doctors. I don't think I'm crazy. So, what I saw was a beam, a real strong beam of light coming from under the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't describe it. I said, are there space stations in different, is flying an airplane like streets on Earth? Can you understand that?
In a way. Yeah.
So they have stop signs and, lights and towers and shit like that above the Earth to where, I'm like, how could they build something that high? And then I looked up the highest buildings. They can't build nothing that high. So what was that light that I saw that penetrated through the clouds that I saw? I couldn't see the end of it. All I saw was a strobe of light. And the airplane was nowhere near it. I was just looking out the window, looking at the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And we wasn't so far above the ground, so I didn't see any houses, any streets, or anything. Right. But like I said, what I saw, everything was flat. Now, if the Earth was round, wouldn't the plane be curving more up at that altitude?
Well, actually, if you've ever noticed in a plane, you're always sitting back in your seat. When you hear the jets rumbling, you're gaining altitude. Once you hear them jets go quiet, you're gliding and coming down. You know what I mean? You're not coming down like straight down. You know? But you're gliding along,
I live by two airports I live by. And I listen, and I watch them level off. But what I'm trying to understand is that what was those beams? I only saw it one time. I said, when I come back, I'm gonna look for the beam. I'm gonna sit on the same side of the plane. I'm gonna look for it so I can take a picture of it.
Right.
And I wrote a sketch of it, tried to describe it. And the picture that came out was from one of the scientists community. So I'm trying to figure out like a drone, something like that, but it had just a beam of light, just a straight white beam of light.
Right.
I was like, because one time I was traveling from Puerto Rico back to New York, And this is how crazy I am. I get on the plane. Okay, my husband is sitting in front of us on the other side. Me and my son sitting. So we all strapped in. Everybody strapped in. We went on a family trip. Wherever.
Stop saying crazy. You're not crazy, girl. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what happened. Everybody on the plane thinks so though, but let me tell you what happened. I get on the plane. Everything's good. Great time. Nice vacation. Bye bye. We're on our way home. On the plane, we take off. Nice takeoff. We up in the air. We climb into the altitude. We 18,000 feet up. We start the flight. Not even 5 minutes later, the pilot gets on the loudspeaker and says, "Oh, we're going to have some turbulence because South Carolina and North Carolina tornadoes are touching down."
Right.
I started cursing and screaming. Well, why the fuck did you take off? We could have stayed back where we was at. Why are you gonna? I mean, I cursed so much. So all I could do was hold my son. He fell asleep. I took a sleeping pill and I went to sleep because that was a 4-hour ride. I couldn't take it. When I got up, I woke up nice and refreshed. I thank our Creator every time, loudly, so they know. The whole entire plane smelled like throw up. My ex-husband looked at me like, "Oh, I'm so not speaking to you right now." I was like, "Well, what happened?" It was the worst plane ride. All that shaking, I'm surprised it didn't wake you and the kid up. I tell you, everybody threw up. It was horrible.
Oh yeah,
it was horrible because they tried to fly above the tornado. And then everybody was sick. The whole plane smelled like throw up. I woke up all happy and refreshed, but thank God we here now. Y'all be okay. And I just
guess what? Hey, Miss Ryder died. Get the heck away. God already knew he needed to lay your ass down until this shit is over. Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I was cursing loud. I was about, "You can't put me off the plane. We already up this high. You can't put me off." I was cursing. He was like, "Kelly, just calm down." I was like, "Listen, this is some bullshit." I was just cursing my head off. And he was like, "It was kids on the plane. They knew what I was talking about. I don't care." But the point of fact is, why would you fly and you know you're going to run into turbulence if you can't go around it? Just like when it's thunderstorms, when it's raining hard and thunderstorms and stuff, and you try to climb the altitude above the clouds.
Exactly. Try to get above the storm or go around it one way or the other.
I was on a boat. I was on a cruise coming back from the Bahamas. We was in the Bahamas for like 4 days. And it was really nice and everything. So it came on a loudspeaker. Everybody on the Carnival Cruise, report to the boat right now. You got 2 hours to get to the boat. We get to the boat. I get to the boat like an hour and a half later after they said that. Back to the boat. The place, it was dark. It was damn near 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was dark. A hurricane hit Bahamas. And when I tell you, that boat flew so fast to outrun the hurricane. I could not believe it. I ain't been on a boat since.
Yeah.
I didn't know the boats can go that fast. That boat was like, we was on a plane. It was flying. All you saw, it was dark. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it was still dark. That boat was at its maximum capacity going fast. Speed. And then once we outran it was okay. Once we got to Florida, almost to Florida, it was okay. I'm like, "Jeez, I hope I get home." And I from the boat, we had to take a plane back to New York. I'm like, I think we should spend a night out here. I don't think we should go home yet because the bad weather going on.
Right.
I don't like flying in bad weather. I just choose not to. It's a choice. Just choose not to. But the industry, they more about, "Oh, it's safe to do." I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to serve any drinks because we're going to hit some turbulence, and we don't want you wearing them.
Man, listen. I just, a lot of people would think I believe in safety first.
Right.
Like a lot of cars, I'm not a good driver. A lot of cars out here, they want to ride on my bumper. I'm a brake pusher. I'll hit my brakes because I need you to slow down. The
Uh-huh.
law out here is if they hit you, they pay. So you shouldn't be on my bumper because I'm gonna keep hitting my brakes. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the slow lane. Why are you rushing me? If you in such a rush, get to the fast lane, get to the left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Let me do my little Daisy driving. My driving Miss Daisy ass on my lane. You know, but and then they make their signal turns at the last minute.
Right.
If they even put it on. I'm like,
I'm a firm believer in cruise control, and you get them people come up to you. You got your cruise control going, and they think they're going to tailgate you like you're going to speed up.
Yeah.
I always hit the slow down button. You hit that baby a couple of times, they're more than willing to go around you.
I drive very slow.
Right. No, well, I usually, I do at least the speed limit. Usually, I had to the cruise control.
If there's nobody on the street but me, I'm doing 50. If it's just me and other cars, I try not to go past 40 because that's the speed limit in certain places, especially in residential areas. It's 5. Put like this: that one ticket I got for doing 21 in the school zone, that $400, I still miss it. Okay, won't be doing that again.
Right.
Won't be doing that again.
Well, that's what's nice about that cruise control. You can set it, at the speed limit. Just sit back and steer. You know what I mean? But it always killed me. You always get them fools come up on you, and they think if they tailgate you, you're going to go faster or something.
But I don't be on the highway, so I be on the street. So
right. No, I try to avoid the back streets and stay on the main, roads. You know what I mean? If it ain't got a good moving speed limit, I don't want to be on it because I don't want to have to drive that hard.
I'm happy that you still got your ZZ Top beard.
Hey.
It's grown. It grew a lot.
Well, it's been a while. Actually, it's been a couple years since last time I trimmed it.
Wow. Love that beard. But like a lot of people.
There you go.
They watch the news for the wrong reasons, and
actually, it sort of seems like the propaganda involved anymore in the news. The more I watch TV, the more I hate it. You know what I mean?
Cliff, did you say wait?
Movies,
Did Cliff say propaganda?
Yeah. See that.
Okay, it's been a propaganda, and this is why I don't watch those fools.
I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in years.
I haven't watched TV I don't watch news. I don't watch TV. I don't watch none of them liars.
Right. I cut the cable years ago. Don't get me wrong. When I had cable, I thought I had everything. Christ, you got 200 channels of shit you've seen before and never want to see again. You know what I mean?
Hey, Cliff, and not even shit that you've seen before. It's just that they say you get 200 channels and 100 of them are the same.
Right.
So you really only get 50.
Well, the worst part was too, when I was paying all that, I always ended up on channels that were like the local freebies. You know what I mean? It was like,
exactly. Why am I paying you? The ones I watch is free.
Right.
I can't stand commercials. I can't. Commercials.
I can take that extra $100 a month or whatever for that cable.
I can't stand the commercials either.
Rent movies. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But now they have it to where
well, when they first came out with cable, that was the whole idea. Oh, you didn't have to watch any commercials.
Right. But now, Cliff, they're making money off the commercials.
Oh, yeah. You watch just
you look at all the YouTubers. Oh, I'm just gonna add my commercials and get paid. I'm gonna add my commercials. Yeah, it's the commercials now. It used to be the movie and the content and the context. Now it's commercials.
Well, even with YouTube, whether they're paying you or not for your content, they're going to throw in a commercial on you if they think they can get some money out of it. You know what I mean? Exactly.
And that's what, what's crazy? I'm so glad you said that, Cliff, because I be listening at these, I ain't even finna call them no names, but they were like, all I need, I'm out here for my coin. I came to get paid. I'm just gonna put my commercials in there, and it is what it is. Here's what the thing is. You're so desperate for money that you're letting them put any commercials in your life, and you don't even agree with half of them, but you want that coin, so you letting that, and you don't even go along with that. Get out of here. All money ain't good money.
Before I got off of my 2 year hiatus, I was endorsed by a couple of supermarkets, some stores. That's why I started couponing. And the sponsors.
Hold on, before you finish, I'm sorry. I gotta give accolades. When you started that couponing, I was in your bushes. Do you know you made me? I am not a patient person with couponing, but girl, you had me cutting out shit in magazines, saving money. Girl, you had me.
I am on such a fixed income because I'm retired, and let me tell you, couponing it has done wonders for me. I promise you. I have like when I coupon, to go over something real quick. When I coupon, hey Carolyn, that's my twin. Me and Carolyn have the same birthday, and she lived 10 minutes away. I started couponing because I mean I really didn't have a lot of money to buy food and stuff, a lot of other things and stuff. So when the seed thing hit, I had quite a few family members and some seniors that I knew that could not get out the house. So what I would do is I would coupon and I would send them care packages. I call them care packages.
Right.
And in that package, I would send them detergent and, deodorants and all kinds of stuff I would send to them. And most of the stuff I couponed for, I got it for little or nothing. And some of them, they would send me $20 to cover the postage because I would send them like $100 worth of stuff every month. So I got it for practically free through couponing. So when I go and I coupon, I got so much stuff, I just started sending it out. And then people be like, oh, you be my personal shopper. So that's what I do. They tell me what they want. I send it to them. They pay for the postage and send me, $30, $40 or whatever. And I coupon it again. And then, so I rotate what I get into the couponing and I get stuff for myself as well. Stuff that I really couldn't afford to get. So every now and then when I go into the store and I see couponers that's taking everything off the shelf, I tell them, one incident I had, one lady, she was there with her friend and she took all the Tide and all the Downy beads. And the other lady took all the Gain and all the Gain, or everything for Gain. She took everything for Tide, the other lady took. So I'm there at 9 o'clock in the morning and you got everything in your freaking cart. I talked to the manager. I said, what's going on? She said, I don't know. They just come in and just take everything. I said, listen, they cannot do that. I know there's a limit. Right. If you got and I see them in other stores. They go from store to store to store to store. I would see them in other stores. I said, if the limit is 2, that's what they need to be taking. The limit is 5. Okay. So the lady, I'm going to call it what it is. So the black lady says, who does she think she is? She don't own Dollar General and bada. And then the white lady, she said, oh, if there's anything in my cart you want, please feel free to take. It's cool. It's okay. So I thought about it. And I said, okay, all right. I'll just take 2 because I only came for 2. I'll take 2 of each. I put 2 of each in my cart, right? And I said thank you to her because I would have been a wasted trip if I didn't get what I came for. So the other lady says, as I walked away, the other black lady says as I walked away, shit, she couldn't take nothing out of my cart. I turned back around, God is my witness. I turned back around. I said, oh, by the way, I'll take 2 of each of your stuff too. And I took it right out of her cart. And I said, thank you. And I kept walking. She could talk about me all she wanted after I turned around and walked away, but I did get her stuff.
Right.
The point of fact is, you're not leaving nothing for people who need. You're not leaving. I mean, that's why I tell them, I said, you see, I never have nothing that's 10 and 15 of each thing when I post it. It's a few items to save you money to buy other stuff. And I go to other stores and I go and I spend and buy stuff at other stores. I don't get, they have a limit. So what these tricks got to do, they got to come in and go out, come in and go out. They get all their stuff, leave their cart by the front desk, by the cash register, buy 2 of each and come and go out. I help implement that because it's not fair. You know, how you have a senior citizen getting up to come out there during these trying times and can't get the vitamins that they need. You know, I send them vitamins, I send them personal effects, I send them towels, whatever I feel they could use because they can't get out the house. I've even sent stuff to Canada. Okay, I ain't know all about that customs and stuff, but I knew my friend was sick, and I mean, what am I to do? What kind of friend would I be? It's the humanity in me that I've learned from my ancestors, you know. So
right.
So it works out. The things I spend, maybe $20. I show you guys my receipt. I'd be having $150 something and spend $60, $45. Get back money. I get back money, cash that goes into PayPal that buys more stuff. You know, so it works out. That's what I use it for. I help those needy people who needs. You know, one lady, she lived down the road from me. She has a hair salon. Now, when I let her do my hair, I pay her $200 every time she do my hair. So I don't get them braids that much, okay? She dropped it down to $160. I said, oh, cool, thank you, whatever. So then she did the $160. So she said, I have family going back to Africa on Wednesday. Can I come by and shop at your store? And I was like, yeah, sure. Promise you, she bought about $200 worth of products, cash, that she put in the back of her car to send to Africa. Now she comes and I supply her hair supplies for her shop, you know, shampoo and stuff. She comes every month, get $100 worth of shampoos and stuff. I pay $4 for, $3 for. I'm talking Nexus, all name brand stuff. Everything is name brand. Lysol, sanitizers, Clorox, all that stuff. So I can honestly say couponing has helped me in more ways than one, because it's not all about, you know, stocking up and having all the stuff all over the place. It's about sharing it out with your friends. My friends come and shop with me. I'm coming for a $25 special. Okay, cool. Get your soap stuff. All that soap and stuff that they buying that's gonna cost them $50 in the store cost me maybe $7, $12 in the store. And they pay $25 for it because they're picking it up. So, you know, it works. There's nothing that doesn't have a coupon on it. Nothing. Trust me when I tell you.
Right.
Ordering stuff from Amazon. There's coupons on Amazon. People just don't look at them. They just don't. You know? So, hey, Mama Ray. Thanks for stopping by. Caroline. Mama Ray, I made a seafood gumbo. You got to check it out. I ain't posted yet. I'm still working on the video. You got to post it. I went to the restaurant and I had it. And I'm glad that I have that kind of palate so where I can recreate whatever I want to eat after I taste it. Nice. You know, I have to put that disclaimer. I've never had a Popeye's chicken sandwich, but I heard my chicken sandwich tastes way better than theirs. Every now and then I have to do a Popeye's chicken sandwich for my kids and their friends. But yeah, couponing, I love it. And the coupons you get from the newspaper. You get them from the newspaper, you print them out. Most of them is right on your phone, believe it or not. And then you buy certain items, you get your money back.
Right. That'd be the way to go.
You know, you buy certain items, you get your money back.
Right.
You know, you have the Ibotta. You know, I dropped the links all over the place, but you have the Ibotta and you have Fetch. Any receipt, no matter what receipt you have, you can make money off of it as you throw it in the garbage. It's just paper you throw it in the garbage, and you can make money off of it. You make 25 points, 1,000 points get you $1. You know, I get so many. I use those points to buy cards, gift cards to go shopping with. So, you know, thank you, Mama Ray. I love your chicken cooking too. I did your couple of your recipes. So, you know, it's what you're making. I'm just saying at this time and day as of today, 2022. Everything, inflation is going up so high. Gas is going up high. I just finished cursing somebody out yesterday. I had to go to sleep early. How you going to tell me my insurance, car insurance went up and take my money?
Right.
I ain't talking $20. It went up a whole $88 for my car insurance.
Damn.
Are you serious? I will park this mother right here in this garage and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I told my son, I need you to get me a pair of rollerblades. Give me a scooter. No.
Oh, shit.
So, all the things that's going on. Inflation, food prices is going up crazy.
Oh, yeah. Everything's going to go up now. I mean, fuel goes up, everything.
No,
goes
everything. Up. You're right. But and let me ask you this, Cliff. Let me ask you this, because you look like you got wisdom in this area.
I'm old.
All right. Because we know we dealing with the higher ups, and because we know who this earth belongs to, right?
Right.
If we pay attention, they do this to us every 10 years. A fear tactic. They do a pandemic with either a disease, and right after that is a war.
Right.
Yeah.
Go and research.
Of course.
I think
you
it's
know
sort
what?
of funny. Yeah, go ahead.
And you know what? And the reason is because they want to, the ones that was sent here, it's a control fear tactic. They want to control us. They want to put us in fear. They want us to make us not believe what we know.
Right.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm old, right? But have you noticed that educators these days don't teach anymore?
Let me tell you, dude.
They don't even
Oh
teach
my
you
God.
how to write. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. And let me tell you why.
Right.
Not entrepreneurs. They're teaching the kids to be workers.
Right. And they
they're
teaching, they teach.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cliff.
They're teaching them to be sheep. Yeah.
There you go.
They don't
That's
want you to be
exactly
a
where I
thinker.
was going.
Right. They don't want you to be a thinker. They want you to be a follower.
Exactly. And I advise anybody that have young children, because see, this is I'm listen. The reason why I can speak like this by trade, I am an educator teacher. That's what I do. That's what I went to school for. Right?
Right.
Catch that. Now, so when I really went to school to be criminal social worker for juveniles, right?
Uh-huh.
But I end up teaching, right?
My son did that. Yeah.
Right. So when I end up teaching and I'm watching these kids and I'm watching the educators, I'm watching who own the schools, and I'm watching how y'all got teachers coming from other cities that don't belong in the urban cities, so they really don't care about the kids. What?
Mm-hmm.
And then the teachers I'm watching, because I'm a teacher, I mostly, okay, I'm going to be honest, I substituted at the regular schools, but I major taught at the Christian academies because I want to see what y'all talking about too.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All these labels,
Uh-huh.
So I taught in the Christian academy, and right after that, I took I went back for my master's, and then that's when I started taking care. They called me, oh, your aunt is sick. We don't have nobody. That was in North Carolina. I told them I'll take off a semester. I was about to graduate the next semester. Make a long story short, God got me into taking care of elders since I took care of my mother. It went from my mother to every singer. So when I asked the Most High God, why now you had me in education with the kids?
Right.
Why now you got me? He said, go back and read the original, what they call the Bible. See, the reason why I say that, they took a lot of stuff out and they put a lot of stuff in.
Right. Yeah, it's been changed over the years dramatically.
Right. But why go ahead.
I'm still trying to figure out the well. I can understand David and Goliath.
No, you said you try to figure out what, Ms. Radada?
How he stayed in the whale's stomach.
Okay, listen. Okay. It's the same thing with today. Oh, wow. And listen, I'm going to dismiss myself and let them speak. It's the same thing. This is what they're saying. They saying it's the same thing like today. If you sign like all these famous celebrities, whatever, you sign that contract, you sold your soul, you stuck in the belly of the well.
Mm.
Now, the only time that well gonna spew you out is when whoever your God is ready for you to come out.
Well,
And when they spew you out, you still either A, gonna be under their control, or B, be rebellious and run, and then they gonna taint your life. They're gonna say you on drugs, they're gonna say your mother died, they're gonna you understand?
I didn't think of it that way. Right. I didn't think of it that way.
right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The propaganda.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yes, the propaganda. Okay, remember when, according to the New King James Bible, when they took Jesus upon Satan took Jesus upon a mountain while all the disciples was asleep, not even having his back, catch that. Sleep, not even having his back, catch that. Sleep, disciples, not even having their back. And he went up there and Satan said, he already knew that Jesus, according to them, that word Jesus was the chosen one. So while all the disciples sleep, let me take you on the mountain and try you again. Because that's what our life is when we sit here. We can be tried by the fire. But we must come out like pure gold. Right? Righteous people. So when he took him up there, he said, look, now mind you, according to what they wrote in King James, Jesus already owned everything. So Satan, how dare you take him up on the mountain and say, if you bow down and worship me, I'll give you all of this.
Well, okay.
So
now,
Jesus said, I don't need all of this because I own all of this and I will not bow down to you. But in the industry and with this wicked world, they bow down and lost their soul.
well, actually, according to the original Bible, there's God and there's man. Jesus is a man. Therefore, he cannot be a God. He's a prophet.
Thank you, Cliff.
So
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I mean, these are the big twists.
Thank you.
In religion, you know what I mean?
Thank you, Cliff. And I'm going to go on mute. Thank you.
Fact. That's a fact. Because that's one of the questions I asked the priests or the pastors in the churches. I said, if God created Adam and God created Jesus, how could they be brothers?
Right. Well,
Because,
they weren't supposed to be brothers according to, well, I don't know, according to the religion I was raised in. Jesus was the Son of Man, but man is not a God.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Because I was like, how could a man that came from dirt,
Right.
And a man that came out somebody's pussy.
what?
Well,
I'm gonna say that
man was
no, y'all are right. How can everybody be a god?
No, we're talking about that. Oh Lord, Jesus.
Like, I'm going there.
Jesus was made out of immaculate conception.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you. According to them.
Adam don't have a belly button, so therefore they want us to believe that a man could be born. Now this, listen to me, this is really serious. That a man, that Adam was made, okay? He did not have a belly button, so he was made. So if he was made and the people, whoever the powers may be, who the people are, who write the Bibles and stuff, they didn't think about the fact that how could Adam been made from dirt when you have to be born, you have to come from the uterus, from the woman, from Eve. A lot of people don't understand how did so many people, after God created Adam and Eve, how did his son Cain killed Abel, and then Abel, one of the brothers killed each other, and then the other one goes off with his wife. Who was his wife? Who? So God was sitting around making a whole bunch of clay animals? Like, I don't understand that.
Miss Ryder died. Unc said, get back. Unc said, get back. Unc said, get back. You own it. Unc said, get back. Unc said, get back. Miss Ryder died, get back into your content and your commentary. Get
So
back.
now
You own it.
the man created test tube babies.
Well,
They been creating test tube babies when they made giants.
Okay, back then. So now they have test tube babies.
the supreme being, the original God, our supreme being as we know him, came up with the first test tube baby, Adam. Right? And then maybe
came from. That's what I want to know. Who tubes?
Well, this is the supreme being, God, as we call him. Okay. Who's to say he was? Well, like I say, he wasn't from this realm. You know, he was beyond our world. You know.
Right. So it would be safe to say that the earth is the mother.
The earth been the mother.
The earth is the mother.
Don't forget now, God
you're right,
created the
Miss
earth.
Rod.
Right.
God created the earth and the heavens.
And God took Mother Earth to create Adam.
Thank you.
Right.
Keep going.
Right.
That's
Keep
why
going.
our bodies, when we pass on, our bodies is just dirt. It just goes back to the dirt to fertilize.
And it's not even that. Can I add this? Here's the thing, what we're not understanding. Okay. We gotta get out of what was written, spiritual beings. Get out of what was written, spiritual beings.
Well,
wait, hold on. Get out of what was written, spiritual beings first.
Right.
Then take what was written and compare it to what you already know. I said that in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Miss Ryder is on it. Now, and the thing is, what y'all got to understand, when the Most High said, after Satan left, got kicked out, and he came down here to the earth to make his own world and to make humans like God, make humans better than God. That's why you got all these people walking around here thinking they better than us. Catch that.
Yeah.
Catch that.
Right.
Catch that. They're his people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But meanwhile, they know we better than them. And they're intimidated by us. So with that coming down with the Adam and the Eve, when God said, the Most High God, because everybody think they're God, so I got to be specific with who God I'm talking about. The Most High God that rules and reigns over everything. You see, and what people don't understand, God rules over evil and righteous.
Right.
He controls both. Nothing can happen unless he allows, and he allows it for a reason.
Right. That's where you come into the idea of the supreme being. Okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So going back to what we're saying is, dang, my train of thought. We got to understand this. Goes back to what I said. We're sent. We know what we know. Don't doubt what we know, right? Mm-hmm. And do not. And y'all go back to your Bible, King James. He said in his word, do not debate against foolish people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did he not say that?
Yeah.
So don't go back and forth. Speak your truth. Let it be.
Because some people say we're from Adam. I'm glad my sister's
that's where I was about to go to. When God said, let's make people, that's where I was about to go to. When God said, when Satan left, got kicked out. Oh, God. When the Most High God spoke and went around and told all of us, catch that, all of us, because we was already up there. We keep getting sent back here. And we have a choice to get sent back here or not. Even at our death, we got a choice to live. We asked me, he said, you want to stay or go? Mm-hmm. We got a choice. That's what life and death is. Because, see, we die in a physical man, but we never die in the spiritual realm. You know how people be like, it seems like this baby. Hey, look, Miss Ryder died. You know how people, and we did it. I know you did it. You know how people be like, it seems like this baby been here before. Of course it has.
Yeah, some are old spirits when they're born.
You see the spirit. Of course it has.
It's the idea too. They talk about reincarnation.
Thank you.
Does
Cliff?
that necessarily mean that you're reincarnated as another man? You
You
might
no,
have lived as a man. perhaps
you
by
might be
your skin,
reincarnated
come
in
back
a
as a
bird.
mosquito, you know,
No, you might be reincarnated in an eagle.
right?
You might be reincarnated in a ladybug.
Yeah, right.
You coming back.
I really truly believe that that the stars in the sky, because they're moving,
Right.
I believe they're the ancestors.
Well, now that's sort of my point. If you
No,
sort of
no,
leave
no,
flat Earth and you go up into the interterrestrial kind of idea, there's many a world to be reincarnated into. You know, Ours is
Right. No, but
one,
you know what,
perhaps,
Miss Ryder died? No, you guys are both right. Because listen, Miss Ryder died, if I'm not mistaken, you brought up the movie The Wizard of Oz earlier.
Yeah, I was watching that today.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen to me. You said when she finally at the end, catch that, and met the good witch, right?
Mhm.
Remember when the good witch was talking to her and all those little tiny angels that was stars floating above?
Mhm.
That's what stars are. They took it and made it their stars.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah. I
Do
mean,
you think that they making these movies for nothing? They're telling us what they know, and you get me, in our face. So I don't look at movies different anymore. I look at movies to get the message.
facts. The movie, I want y'all to watch it. We can talk about it tomorrow, another day, or next time I come on live. It's a movie called Tomorrow's World. I mean, the world of tomorrow. God damn it. The world, Tomorrow's War. Tomorrow's War. I don't want to, some people watched it, some people didn't, but
right.
In that movie.
Are you sure it's not called The World Ends?
No, it's Tomorrow's World.
Okay. And they got one out, The World Ends.
War. My English is so bad. But I'll write it, I'll tell you. And what happens is, I'm not gonna get to the end. They come back from the future to get the people to fight in the future against aliens. And guess what? The aliens, there's no created state that the aliens ever impacted the earth. So if you watch the movie, you'll see where they came from.
Yeah, there's signs.
And you know what? And you know what? Go ahead, Cliff.
Well, there's signs all over the globe that definitely there's alien influence on the world. However, most people will not admit to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? What Miss Ryder I just said? She's 100%. And I just wrote something down with that. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm not even, I want to go into detail, but I just want you to repeat that one more again for the people in the background, Miss Ryder, because you are on it.
I'm just saying, the impact. The Earth does get impacted, but we're getting impacted with just space, garbage. Junk. But they looking for the aliens in this movie, and there was no impact stating that the aliens ever impacted the Earth. So that tells you where they really are. Mm-hmm. And this movie, I tell you, I could watch it over and over and over again. And every time I watch it, I find something else going on.
Right.
I was about to say that. And that's why I tell people, don't watch a movie once. You got to watch it over and over because you might have missed a little something. And that something matters. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So what you're saying with the movie,
I watched Armageddon maybe 1,000 times.
Oh my God, Armageddon! Oh my God!
And guess what? Here it is, as I just reported to y'all today. It happened a couple of days ago. An asteroid. They're trying to land on an asteroid. So, it's like things happened at Armageddon in the movies. What, 10 years, 20 years, something years old? And
Armageddon been here a lot of years, girl.
Yeah, movie's like a 10, 20 years old. It's under
About
20 years old.
20.
Yeah. And they now land now the asteroid is coming and they want to land on it. And get the minerals from it, the resources.
Oh, I'm glad you brought the minerals.
Same thing
You
they
said something earlier. Go ahead.
right. The same thing they doing in Antarctica. They taking all. They stealing the minerals.
Thank you.
That's what they're doing.
As a matter of fact, I was like, when I was on mute and you start talking about the minerals, and then Cliff was talking, and I can't write. Normally, I write down stuff so I won't forget to talk about it. When you talked about the minerals, here's what we have to understand, righteous people, and I'm only talking to the righteous people. They can't. We was sent here, but they was here before us, and they already built a thing how they could drain us of our skin. Look at the movies Face Off. They want to take your face off and use your face to make it seem like it's you. All right. And you know that clone movie, how they making babies in labs. Are y'all woke? Are y'all woke?
Separate wives, you know what I mean?
Thank you. And so that's why I said you are on it. Yo, Miss Ryder died. It's time.
I want to show
you. It's not by happenstance.
I'm going to show you real quick.
I'm about to listen. If you don't do it, I'm calling Uncle Fed. I don't know if you got his number.
I'm going to show you real quick what an actual star look like. I'm going to show you.
Oh no, let me tell you. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. So you said that too. I wrote that down on my paper book. What an actual star looks like. Nobody knows because listen, a star is not what they put to make us believe them 5 pointers. A star has different shapes, different forms.
Right.
According to the way the Most High sent them out. Real stars, I'm talking.
I'm going to show you
you're
right.
Not going to see the same star that looks alike.
This is why I say this to me. This is the actual star. And let me show you a little insert of this real quick so you guys can see it. Right. This is a star. That is what a star is.
That's a star. That's a star. That is a fucking star. That's a star. That is a fucking star. That bitch move. She do what she want. She changed form and shape.
And colors.
Right.
That's a fucking colors. So, and that star when her dance routine is over, that bitch will shoot off and leave the rest of the stars there.
And keep moving. So
keep moving.
They say, oh, the stars are dying. You waiting for a star to die? It's like you saying you trying to take one of my ancestors out of their place. So that's
and I'm glad you said ancestors out of their place, because when you said about the stars, here's what these people don't understand. All those stars that's righteous and the ones you see, those are your ancestors. You cannot dismiss them. And one thing, when you go in, I don't know who meditate, but I do. And when I go in, before I go in, I call on my ancestors first. Well, I call on the Most High God first. Then my ancestors, then my spiritual guides, and then I go in the closet. And it is what it is. I got my whatever. They are the stars. Like right now, because my son superseded me, he is now my ancestor. He is the star.
Facts.
He's no longer my son.
He's an ancestor.
Thank you.
And you know, like what you was just saying, Amanda, you know, like I'll see people's children. My grandson, one of my grandsons for sure. And he wasn't supposed to be here, but he fought hard for his little life. And now he's here. He's doing much better. He's healthy. He's much better. And I said, no, I know you've been here before. I know. Yeah. And let me tell you, I have had one of my most soul-searching conversations with my children when they was young, before they learn how to talk. That's how you tell them. Anybody want to know my business? You're gonna have to go on my son's history of his mind, and he's gonna tell you the truth. He can't remember because I told him. Hey, so the little one, I look at him and I be like, you act like my grandmother would act. You want to do this, you want to do that, you want this, you know. And I just say, you've been here before, because he seemed like an old soul. He was born very premature, and
Oh, and those the premature ones are the best. Let me
I,
tell you why. They had to fight in the
yeah,
beginning. You
yes.
think they gonna give me a warrior later?
Let me tell you this little joke I be saying about him, right? His mother, someone, no comment, but he had this look on his face like everybody was a suspect.
Mhm.
Everybody in the family was like, who he staring at? Why he staring? I said, I know why he looked like that. He was like, Grandma, why you left me in there with that crazy so and so? I'm trying to
Right.
get away from that crazy so and so. So, the look, he always looked like, I can't believe y'all letting this lady walk around here like everything is everything. She tried to kill me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of crazy look. And
But
now,
you know what? I'm over here. I was on mute, but you'll know I'm over here cracking up because it seems like you're talking about my life. Okay.
now he's just my joy. All three of them are my joy. But this one, me gonna be real close because it's just his aura. He makes me happy. I don't care how tired I am. I just love to be around him.
So can I ask you what you just now said? Like you have, let's say you got the three, but it's something about that one, that aura, right?
Hmm.
And when your kids think that because they see you spending more time or there or whatever with you, they be like, "Oh, you showing more favoritism." No,
No,
they just
no,
they
I
just
don't.
they just it's a difference. Like what I'm trying to ask is,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all come from me, but they all have their own identity, personality. Like
That's
my son needed more help than my
right.
oldest daughter. My middle daughter was between both of them. So I had to deal with them accordingly.
My
It's
grand.
not that I love none of them less. It's just
Right.
that you got to understand, you got to deal with each individually accordingly.
Because I only
So
have the one that's going to be my favorite. He's an Aries like me. The other two,
wow.
the little baby, he's just a fighter. He's just a fighter. My oldest one, he's just, he's a Pisces. I can't get down with Pisces, but it is what it is. You know,
See, you just now helped me with my situation. You and
they
you
have
you
different
you
personalities. They have
no,
different.
listen, on God, Miss Ride or Die, you answer, you help me. Cause I didn't want to put my business on the street, but you just helped me. But you said it backwards. You went from the baby to the oldest. And my
Mhm.
story is the same backwards. Catch
Oh,
that. My
oh,
oldest now is giving me I fucking hell. Done got in my baby girl ear that I adopted. And
Uh-huh.
now she's finding her life, and they on that, they watch these videos, they want to get the bag. You know, my daughter is connected to, I ain't gonna tell nobody what, but foot soldier no. What I'm saying is they now left the spiritual realm. I was the only one that raised you by myself. No man, no nothing. All y'all. Not only did I raise my three, I raised the one I adopted that's now acting up, my last Mohican. And I
Well,
raised four more that they're grown now with grandkids, and they're still in my life because fostered them and adopted.
uh-huh.
I raised a lot of kids. I love kids,
my kids too. I know.
you know.
Well,
Oh,
But
and
when you get sassy,
I have no girls. I wanted some girls, but I have no girls. I have all
no,
boys.
you didn't need no girls, girl.
Because I
I
raised
know the
all
man,
boys.
girl, bye. Cause I know your energy, and you don't. You would have fucked the girl up. Okay,
well,
when she
I have
disrespect you, girl,
I have biological
you
sons.
would have stepped to that. Hey, you would have did like foot soldier.
Other sons I raised. And trust me, my birthday gifts and Christmas gifts are off the chain. I don't need a man for nothing else.
sure.
And that's what I was getting to. And you know what's crazy? I had one son, but he loved me so much. He protected me
Uh-huh.
so much. He protected everyone. My one son. I had my girls first. I always wanted a son. And I got my son last. And then the universe took him to go do something else. But what I'm saying is fuck these bitches. You don't need, listen, these females, and I'm a female, and I gotta call it what it is right now, where we at in the universe and the energy that Satan is pushing out. These these whores are looking for bags.
Right.
I said it.
agree.
And when I
Right.
say whores, if the shoe fit, wear it. What I'm saying is, we can talk, give the message, but this is Say the World, and he got them buck wilding.
Mhm.
Only thing we can do is what you did tonight, Miss Rada Die. Had this
What?
live, you didn't even expect this. This all we can do. Each one teach one, 2 or 3 in there. Let's talk
It was
and
on my
speak
heart.
truth.
I just wanted people to be aware, of some things because, it's so easy to get trapped within drama, and that's not what I choose. If I'm not telling you nothing that's facts, I don't want to have no parts of it. If I ain't showing you something to cook, let's make something different at home. Like I said, I can go to a restaurant and taste something and come home and recreate it and make it even better. Make it even better. Because some people, they get so caught up in the next person's life to where are you doing the best for your own life? Are you doing the best you can for your own life?
Right.
We're not promised to be here tomorrow. I don't want to have not one person.
Tomorrow is a promise. You've got today.
Exactly. Like people ask me all the time, how can you be friends with your exes? I'm like, I can't hold on to those.
Oh my God, Miss Rada Die. How can you be friends? Do you know that I'm friend? Listen, like I just said, I'm taking care of my ex mother, my baby father mother.
Right.
You hear me? And I took over her. Now she's my mom because y'all not treating her right. And not only that, y'all ready for this? So when I left, I got 2 baby fathers or whatever. And when I left him because he got on drugs, he met a girl. I'm in the house because I was a hair salonist I got a lot of trades. I was a hair salon, and I always came to the house to do his mother hair, the sister's hair, my best friend. So him and his girlfriend was in the room, and she came out. She was like, "Oh, can you do my hair after you finish their hair?" I said, "I sure will." Guess what, y'all? I did her hair. That night, she and I went out, and we've been 30 years. We've been best. That's my little sister, and I wish a motherfucker would.
Yes,
and we got the same baby daddy, and that's my little sister. I'm like, come on, grow.
Exactly, because that's some things that some people, once you get over the hurt, once you get over the hurt, and I have a lot of issues with abandonment.
You know what? I want to talk to you privately, Miss Rada Die, because I heard everything you said. But if it's meant, we will talk privately. Only because I hear. But go back to that. So people was like, me and her. She was like, Amanda. Well, they call me Amanda. They don't say Amanda. They be like Amanda. Because we from Jersey. They be like Amanda. Yeah, we from Jersey. We Geechee. Okay.
Exactly. Watch it all the night. Yeah, Geechee.
Right. Yeah. So look, she was like, Amanda, we hanging out now. Tell me about this family. I'm dealing with your baby father. I was like, I'm not finna tell you nothing. You gonna learn on your own, like I had to learn on my own. She was like, bitch, don't play with me. I said, nope. If I call her right now, she'll tell y'all I said this. And one thing for certain, they took her through worse hell. They took her through hell. And guess where they at right now? Going through hell. And guess where me and her at right now? Still sissy. We about to go to the pool party tomorrow.
Yeah, because I just really feel that, a lot of people feel that when you divorce a person, that's it. You hate them, they hate you. It wasn't about hate. It was about growth. It was about growth. And we still have to be parents. And we became friends after we got divorced. And we've been together for over 25 years. Isn't that something? We didn't like each other when we was together for 25 something years.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Afterwards. So I always tell people, even though people from your past, you have to let it go for whatever feeling, animosity, whatever. And my ex-husband take damn good care of me. What? I can call him for anything, any time of night. His lady he's with may not like it, but he will answer that phone. Because I ain't calling for no bull crap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Miss Ryder died.
We've been on vacations together. Ain't no sex going on. Nothing.
And you know what? You know what, Miss Ryder died? You was like, he gonna answer the phone. You know what? Here's the thing. My baby daddy. This is what I take when he first asked me, I need your help. Come help take care of my mom. I said, let me tell you something. If I ever text you or call you, you don't answer that phone. Because I don't call you for nothing else unless it's about your mom. If you don't fucking answer it, then what you think I'm going to do? So look, yeah. I said, you can have I said, whatever I say your mom need, you can have your girlfriends drive it off. Whoever drive it off. I don't give a fuck. Just bring what your mom need. You know why? Because you control her bank account. I already know. I'm nosy what she gets. And what I told him, I should not ever have to keep calling for her needs.
Right.
Now, he pays me every week, but because he's a narcissist. Right? Catch this. Miss Ryder die. I need you to hear this because I need help. He's a narcissist, right? He was my first love in high school, right? And he didn't think I was gonna come and do this, and I did it better than them taking care of his mama, right?
But it's his birthday.
Oh, I need one to tell you, Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
Scorpio. Cliff, what you know about the male Scorpios?
I don't know too much. I'm a Leo myself.
Yeah,
I know you like you're my mom, Leo. You're my mom, Leo. Lay back, shut up. I'm just gonna listen. I'll just you are my mom, Leo.
You know, my sister call into the signs and stuff. I'm gonna have her come on one day and let her talk to y'all. Cause I mean, she reads and all that stuff. She does a great job. Cause she was telling me, you know, I was like, oh man. And then I'm so dumb. I went back to back. My next boyfriend after my ex-husband was.
Stop saying you dumb, Miss Ryder. Stop saying crazy. Stop saying dumb. But I get what you're saying because I'll be like saying that. I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't even get it. I didn't even get what they were saying.
Like I said,
we can't throw that out. We can't throw that out in the universe and fuck with motherfuckers.
Even though I felt that way, trust me, he paid for that. You know what I'm saying? He paid for that 10 times because he know.
Still learned by the same type.
Yeah, he texts me now. I'm sending you money for your manicure and your pedicure. Yeah, whatever. I ain't answering no phones.
Yo, I'm over here snorkeling. You got me cracking up.
What do you do? You know, the day we broke up, when I finally got home, I came home like 2 months later after we broke up. I had 3 pairs of diamond earrings waiting for me at home. I had all kinds of deliveries. He probably thought I was home, but I didn't. There's no need to talk about it.
Right.
What I'm saying to you is because I was so mad, I had to forgive. And that is something that lifted so much weight off my heart because I have a forgiving heart. I would never trust you again, but I forgive you. And I had to let him know I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Because God
I love you. I swear to God, and I'm so glad that you listened to the Most High and did this live tonight. Because what you're saying is what I'm going through with a friend. And I was like, look, I want to put my face on to see my lips. Like, oh my God, Miss Ryder is saying everything.
You got your little bun on your thing. You saw your hair, your scar. But you know, it's like that. But that's the God in me. That's in my heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because our God is a forgiving God.
Well,
I created. So when we sit up there and we hold grudges against people, I got a couple of people on YouTube right now. They probably think I don't give a hoot flap about them. I probably don't, but I forgave them. Every now and then, if they showing some content that I enjoy, I know they do they thing when they do it. I'll be in the bushes and I'll watch them. You know what I'm saying? If it's a certain kind of thing that I'm interested in, I don't sit back and watch drama. That I won't. As soon as it seems to go towards the drama, I'm out.
Right.
You didn't get a like, a dislike, or nothing. I'm just out because I don't care about that.
Right.
You know, when you're doing court cases and stuff, I care about that kind of stuff. Missing children, I care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I like to get your perspective on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So to sit up there and be hateful and striking and woo woo and be crazy, that's not me. I ain't got time for that.
That's not good for your health either. You know.
No, it's not.
Turn it loose somehow or another. You know.
It's not good for my future if I'm in jail either. So
Well, exactly. That's health. You know.
No, it's not.
Believe me, many
Exactly,
had,
and you know what's
bad
crazy?
urges, but you don't want to do them. You know what I mean?
Nah, I sure don't.
And you know what, Miss Ryder Die, everything you said, I was like, that's why I went on mute. I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad somebody is feeling my energy. You get me? Every fucking, can I curse?
You big cursing.
I know. Shut up. I'll send you a cash app, dude. I'll send you a cash app. I'll pay for it.
Okay.
I was trying not to, Miss Ryder Dog, but no.
You said
y'all.
I gave up after that. I was ugly.
I know you did. You tried. You tried. You tried to stop me. You did. But no, listen to y'all. Y'all let me know that. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Cliff.
I say, what's that old saying? $1 in the curse jar?
I might be on $10 already. Okay,
exactly.
man.
And you know what? It's funny Cliff said $1 in the curse jar because one of my homies before my mom died, we was like trying to be like so like with my mom, no curses. You know, my mom was a Christian. And so I was like, every time you curse, you gotta put $1 in a curse jar. That's so for you to say that.
Well, I got $10. Hold off.
Are you ready for this? Hey, guess what? Miss Ryder died in Cliff. Guess what happened to the curse jar when my mother died?
Uh-oh.
Can I keep it real?
Keep it real.
My brother, who's better, was still on the crack, and he stole the curse jar.
Shit.
Wow. Wow. He was like, thank you.
Right.
Exactly. And they look, Miss Ryder died. Not only did he steal the curse jar, the gold necklace, everything, and I got it. Because when you know where they on the mission and you know they're a good person, they in the world expect them to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a brother-in-law. He stole $3,000 from me and actually had me tear the house up and put it back together. And you know you stole the money.
Wait, did you say tear the house up and put it back together?
I tore the house up. Think I didn't? I tore the whole house up. He put it back together. He paid me back though, but the point of the matter is, if you would have asked me, I would have gave you something. I would have gave you $100, $200, $300. You know, I want it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I see.
For $1, for $1, you put us through all of this for $1. That's
exactly. See, and that's what I did. See, Miss Ryder died. It was meant for me to chip in, and it was meant for you to be here, Cliff. Because look, I took in all my drug head family, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take y'all in. I already know you say you need a hit in the morning. I'm gonna give you back then, all they need was $7. Because my brain was, don't steal shit out my house, bruh. My house is nice. I got a lot of I got everything. Don't, I'll give you your hit. And I drove them to work.
Oh shit.
You get me? Living with me. And guess what? One thing about a head, they're gonna still steal from you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true.
Even some of the recovery ones. So
yeah, you know.
Absolutely. The ones that be in your face. I'm good. Like I got an ex-boyfriend, right? I swear for God. He got on the heroin, right? Very young, right?
Oh shit.
Like I said, I'm in Jersey, Patterson. And So I knew he started smoking them oolies.
Mm.
You remember way back in the day, the oolies?
Yeah, heard of them.
It was lace, weed, and coke.
Right.
Right. So I said, this is a different smell. This don't smell like weed.
Yeah.
I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy because I cared about his health. Someone was like, he is really smoking drugs and getting high in a hotel upstairs. Guess what I did? By myself. Went up and it was they changed it now. I bet Costello, Patterson, New Jersey, they changed the movie theater. Y'all can go research it. He was in there when it was dungeon. All the crackheads was in there. I went up in there, y'all, to go save my friend. I was scared, but I knew you are better than this. I went up in there. They told me what door. I smelled that scent. I banged on that door. Yes, sir. Because am I my brother and sister keeper? Yes, I am. No matter.
Right.
You know, Amanda, it's so funny about reminiscing because as you talk about your friend, I thought about my uncle. This happened 24 years ago, and this happened to be around my birthday anyway. And my uncle, he stole a $1,500 diamond tennis bracelet that my ex-husband bought me. Well, he was my husband at the time. And when I tell you I had 8 people living in my house, did I not throw everybody out, including the baby? I said, nobody's going to sleep up in this piece until my shit is found. No one ever is going to sleep in here. So I even said the baby crawling around. Do you take mommy's bracelet? My oldest son, the cousin, nephew, everybody. And then it was so crazy. One day, I called a psychic, and the psychic, call me now. I called her, right? You know who that is, right? And
did you say call me now, girl? I had to get off mute. Call me now. We know her name. We gonna rise her up. Call me now.
That was she said. Call me now, and I called her, right? And she said, your bracelet will be back. I said, damn, it cost me $10 for you to tell me it's going to be back. When's it going to be back? She said, it'll cost you $10 more, it's going to be back. I said, you know what? I don't even care. But thank you. So one day, I saw a pile of trash. They was cleaning the house. They found a pile of trash. And nobody was in the house with me and my uncle. And instead of picking up the garbage, he left it somewhere by my bedroom door. So when I went, I only been down to pick up silverware and money. I to pick up some forks or whatever, because it was in their room. The boys always have a dirty room. And I saw my bracelet there. But I tell you, I was so mad that my beautiful bracelet that I only wore twice was in a pile of trash. I was so mad. I picked it up, cleaned it, took it to the jewelry store, made sure all the stones, everything was set. And I put it back where it was at, right? I didn't tell nobody I found it. I just stopped being evil. It took me a minute to say, I told the ex-husband, I said, oh, you gave my bracelet to your bitch. I was doing all that kind of numbers for everybody. And he said, why would I buy you something to give it away? Whatever. So when I found it, right? Hold on, I said stay. When I found it, I just had a disconnection towards it. You know what I'm saying? I had a disconnection towards it. And just last year, I gave it to one of my daughter-in-laws. That's how long. It's been 24 years already. So I gave it to one of my daughter-in-laws as a gift. Because I started giving away jewelry and stuff, No,
and you know why you gave it away? Because listen, when it got lost, the sentimental value got lost.
Yeah.
When you found it, it was no more the same.
Right.
Sentimental value wasn't there.
The value, exactly, Cliff. The value was not there no more.
I told
and guess what? And look who you gave it to, though.
My son's wife.
Yeah. Okay, catch that.
Yeah. Gave it to my son's wife as a gift. And she was like,
and you know what?
Sure, you can have it.
And you know what's crazy? Although you went through that, at the end of the day, once you got it back, I don't know what son you gave and what wife it is, But for you to say I got it back, it is no more sentimental to me, but I'll give it to you. I hope whoever she is value that.
She does. She really does. She didn't even want to take
Okay,
it.
great.
She don't even know the story behind it. She don't even know the story behind it.
Great. I know that, but she didn't. She don't need to know right now. But
Well,
long she value, and you'll tell her later.
I told her, I was like, expecting my son to tell her. My son probably could have told her.
No. Your son can't tell it like you tell it. It's a deep. Remember?
Look how long I had it and never wore it. Almost 20 years.
Exactly.
So it's just taking up
And it
space.
came back.
Really. Just taking
So
up.
only you can tell the story.
Right. Her son can
Miss Rotterdam.
It's not the real story.
Your son can't tell that story. He can tell piece of the story, but he can't tell the whole story because you got the ring first.
He'll tell her how I threw everybody out the house in their pajamas and give a shit.
It. And guess what? After he finished telling that, you tell where that ring came from.
Oh, it's a bracelet. It's not a ring. It's a bracelet.
Well, ring, bracelet, circle, connection, circle.
She knows. But, I just saying, I just feel once something is taken from me, it loses value up to me, like you said. So, and like I said, me being one of those overprotective parents, I had to make sure that the women that I gave my sons to would treat them with honor and respect as they would treat me. And I knew they're in good places. The other one, I'm gonna keep my hands clasped together on that one. So, but he knows. He knows. Because anything go wrong, I know he's gonna keep his kids. So I ain't worried about that.
Don't forget, there's always other people though that think cash value only crap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather take it down to the pawn shop and see what they can get.
Nah.
It's sort of nice that you held on to it long enough to pass it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even the ex-boyfriend, like I told you, I had 3 diamond earrings when I got home, and he bought them so early, they only had like a 30-day to give back, to take them back to the store. And I didn't get home until 90 days later, and I took them back to the store, and I had to go through a hassle. But, the hassle was Hellsberg's jewelry. The hassle, he bought me 3 pair of earrings, and he didn't know which one I wanted, so he bought all 3. But I was so mad at him, and I said, I don't want nothing. And so I took him to the store. I said, look, if you don't give me the money back, give me a credit. And somehow the way they contacted him or whatever. And I called the corporate office. It's so funny. The corporate office was like, well, it's over the 90 days. And I said it never been worn. It's still in the box, original box, never been worn, da. So the corporate, after I finished cursing and some more stuff, they told the store manager, right? Pick 1 pair of earrings and let her exchange it for the value, right?
Killer.
The manager was so nasty with her attitude, because I had to go through all the ladies in there trying to get to her. She's sitting in my freaking face.
Yeah.
She was so nasty. She snatched one of the boxes, right? Didn't even look what was in it. She just snatched one of the boxes. Yeah. Did you not know she picked the one for $1,500? Yes, she did. And I'm sure got me another pair of earrings. And I gave the other 2 boxes, one to another daughter-in-law and one to one of my close friends.
Right.
As a gift. So I was like, he was like, I heard you traded in the earrings. I said, I did one. He said, what happened to the rest of them? I gave them away. He said, oh, really? I was like, yeah, hey, they don't mean nothing to me. But they didn't. They didn't mean anything to me.
Right.
So instead of having them just sitting there collecting dust, I made somebody else's life a little happier by giving them a pair of earrings, whatever. Yeah. But the one the lady took was the most expensive one. That's the one I really wanted her to take, so I could get the ones that I really wanted. So it worked out.
Sometimes it pays off.
Well,
let him back to school,
he shouldn't have bought them. He bought them for me after the breakup. So I don't know if I was going to come back to him. I ain't speak nothing else to him since the day I left. So I ain't want to have no part. But like I said, forgiveness is very important. When you forgive a person, it's so much less stress on your health. your body, your mental, your physical being. You don't want bad stuff staying inside of you when you just let it go.
Exactly. It's your health. Hey, it's not my fault you're, whatever you are, but, well, I forgive you because that's how you are,
I'm not going to take nobody hatred to my grave. I ain't trying to go. Did
Right.
you forgive that person for stepping on your foot? No, I take it into the grave. Nah, I ain't doing that.
No.
Facts, Miss Ryder. We're not doing it late. All right. We talked about it. Let's forgive one another. If you decide to keep holding on to it, it's not my fault. Guess what I'm doing? I'm moving on. Period. Because when I leave this earth, I gotta leave it by myself with forgiveness. Period.
Yes. Right. That's why a lot of people on their deathbed, they want to confess and tell all kinds of stuff like that. You might as well get it out now, get it out in the open, keep it moving. Because that's one thing that I'm proud to say for myself. I can't be caught. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If you do something to me trifling, I gotta let it go. But you won't get a second chance to play again. Do it again.
Exactly.
That's why me and my ex-husband now, we're so close right now. And I can honestly say sometimes I call 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, if something's going on with the grandkids, because there's nothing really for us to really talk about unless we're going on a trip or something like that. Right. Be a family. But, our communication is much better. And it's like a brother. I mean, I've been with him since I was 13 years old. He's like a brother. So, we grew up together. We did grow up together, know. And it's good for the children that they don't see their parents clashing and fighting and scratching each other's eyes out. Because I used to be that person, but I'm no longer that person. I'll be the one that don't get invited to stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh my God! Stop Miss Ride or Die because
I'll be the one that don't get invited.
I'm struggling over here, girl.
It's the truth. Since I started having grandchildren, my grandchildren had 2 parties apiece for the same birthday. I was like, look, we don't need to have 2 and 3 parties. One party's enough.
No, but because listen for where we are. You from New York, I'm from Jersey, right? So let me tell you what happened. So before my son passed away, when his baby mother was pregnant, so she living with me. She got into her family. They planned this whole baby shower for her. But I was like, all right, this is what we gonna do. There was a day of the baby shower. I had to get her. I said, Kira, your family is doing this baby shower for you. You got to get up. I don't want them to think that we're not. And so my whole entire family showed up, right? Mm-hmm. So to support them, and although we know what they was doing, make a long story short, y'all. Oh, y'all gonna read this in my book. So the baby shower went nice. It was tension. It was tension. My son, his baby mother sitting in the chair. They're good because they live with me. Right. We all got up, got dressed. We went over there. I told them, I said, look, whatever they got planned, let that go. We come for peace for that baby in that stomach, right? Right. That's what we did. My entire family, my kids, my daughters, my nieces, everybody was there. It was beautiful. We had a good time. They already had plot and planned on my son. Mm. You kidding me?
Right.
Y'all ready for this? How do you go to a baby shower for a newborn kid that's coming in the world and you guys start a whole fight?
Mm. Oh.
Yeah. and your family, my son's baby mother, left with us. Make it make sense. Mm-hmm. She left with us. It was a whole fight, y'all. It was a whole fight, y'all.
Right.
That's bananas. I never went to a baby shower and I got stilettos on and we what?
My son.
You guys are very ghetto and ignorant.
He said,
set this up.
Well, yeah.
So you gotta watch people. You gotta watch people.
Mm-hmm. My son was like, Mom, we done spent $60,000 on this wedding. Me, you, her mother, her father, my mother, the 6 of us. You will not act up.
Right.
I said, hell no, I got all this money invested. I ain't got that kind of money, but I got money invested. I ain't trying to act up for today, but tomorrow, I don't know what to tell you, son. I don't know. And I did not act up. As long as she sat in the back with the help, I didn't care. I didn't care.
Exactly. And that's what made us so angry because, all right, they did their baby shower. I already planned my own baby shower. I was like, let them do their baby shower. I'll do our family baby shower. You know, this is my son's first son. Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, I do weddings. I coordinate. I make everything. Like, what? You know, me and my that was my baby boy and my oldest daughter. I was like, Qua, do not make me a baby unless you're going to get married, X, Y, Z. But I think that my son, your baby brother, is going to be the first one to make us a baby. And he did. Baby boy. But he did everything. He was a great father. You know?
Yes.
Right.
And at the baby shower, they together, she moved out of their house, living with me. Her brother has set the cousins up to come and jump my son. But one thing they don't know, like what you were saying, Miss Ryder, the energy, they on point. They already scoping this out. They see what we don't see. They already on point, and they were. And it was a fight that the baby shower was over. We about to leave out. Everything was good. I went upstairs to use the bathroom. I hear all this noise. It went down. And that was sad.
But you know what?
We can't come together.
Sometimes I'm a firm believer of that now. I have been for a while. Sometimes it's not the right time. It's just not the right time. And no matter how I was feeling about somebody or someone, I should not spoil it for everybody.
Exactly.
For everybody, because I'm quite sure if everybody that came there, they already placed bets on my head. They placed bets on my head. Oh, I give her 5 minutes. She's gonna wild out. I give her an hour. I went through that 5-hour wedding and reception, and I had a great time.
Tongue was bleeding, I'll bet you.
I had a great time. Everybody watching me see if I'm going to start a fight. As long as she's not in my sight, I don't care. You know, I didn't care.
Right.
You sit in the back with the maids and the help and stuff like that. You don't sit at my table with me and my children and my family. You know, my sons, whatever. But you know, I had to grow up because, like, even baby showers and birthdays, I get excluded. I got to Zoom because they expect me to fight somebody, and I'm not doing that. So now that they see I matured, you know, it is what it is. You know, we have to grow up sometimes. You know, we have to grow up. Fighting is not always the key to things. You have to know how to walk away. I know when the argument is over. Right. You never see me going back and forth with people on YouTube or in my life. Because I know when the argument is over. I have a daughter-in-law right now, my son's girlfriend, that he has some kids. I try to give her as much respect as possible. Sometimes she does get on my nerves. I even was locked up in jail for 2 weeks because of her. Okay. But the point that I'm trying to make is I forgave her and I moved on because I know the type of woman you are. You will withhold my grandchildren from me like you did for a year. Oh yeah, I didn't see my grandson, but I had to put that on my son though. Right. Because you're the father and I'm your mother. You're supposed to be bringing my grandson to see me at least once a month. You're going to get off 2 days a week. Don't play with me, you know? And I didn't push it. I just traveled. So forgiveness should come freely because once you let it go, I've been healthier. I thank God I didn't catch the C. I've been tested 22 times already. 22 times. You know, and I'm very high risk. with it. But I'm grateful. I thank my creator because I keep my heart good. Keep my heart good. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be around good people. I have an awesome support system. Couple of 3 ladies that we always support each other, and we talk to each other daily, to stay right, because this world is evil. People out here are evil. Do you know how it feels to be coming from a state where you can't do nothing to a state where anything you want to do, you could just do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go out my door every day with the assumption that everybody I see has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair, fool?
Shouldn't be, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got my own views on guns, of course, but guns in good people's hands aren't a problem. You know what I mean?
Right. But they got the road rage going on, and they got.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of those people out there that shouldn't have a gun. I'm not saying, legally, but they shouldn't have one mentally. You know what I mean?
Right. So when I go out there, I carry, but I don't need to carry all the time because I know that everybody else is carrying as well. So everybody have some respect for themselves since they got to carry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A polite society is an armed society. Yes, indeed.
So, I'd rather go ahead and mace you and keep it moving, but
I'd rather knock somebody out than
exactly. Because I always tell people, guns don't kill people. People kill people, and innocent people is getting killed every day over somebody with a gun, with a rift, with a fight for somebody, and
somebody else that has a problem, and they're trying to blame it on the gun instead of the guy with the problem, or
exactly. How can you miss the person standing right in front of you and spray everybody on the side of him? How can you miss? So that means you shouldn't have one because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't even know how to shoot that something.
And hit innocent people.
Right.
So that's something, I'm not going to say what laws need to be changed, but like I said, people kill people. Guns don't kill people.
Exactly.
It's just a tool that people use. So, but
exactly. It's a tool.
It's a tool. But I'm going to call it a night because, sister got to go to bed. It's 9:30. Yeah. But
hey, you know what? It's been great seeing you. I'm glad you asked me on up. Don't get me wrong. I love you much, though.
I love you too, Cliff. I want to thank you for coming through and getting up here talking to me. You can be my co-host anytime you see me online. I promise you it's something you're going to want to talk about. Thank you so much to Amanda for stopping by and giving us her way of pointed thoughts. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate you. All right. Good night. Stay blessed. Good night, my ride or dies.